Ooh, it's a pretty good intro. That's better than the first one.
Oh, are we live?
We are live. That was it.
No. We can do this in post. All right, do it again, but better.
Oh, wait. Loch Ness,
Yes,
the terror of the deep. Loch Ness, confess
your mystery.
Loch Ness.
I like that song.
It's great.
I don't think it's that bad. People fucking hate that song. I don't think it's that bad.
We're gonna get back to that one. I like it. Yeah.
So Judas Priest. I picked this band because I kept on saying for every single critique of Rainbow I had, I was like, this sounds like filler and not like in the good Judas Priest and not good in the Judas Priest filler way.
Yeah, I think. Oh crap! I just lost your camera. Let me. Oh wait, I got it back. All right,
Guys,
we're good.
With every other, like a lot of the bigger bands, like Iron Maiden they got their hits, they got some diamonds in the rough, but overall, like as an old school metal fan, to me, they have a lot of filler, and that to me means skip.
Yeah. It's whereas doesn't excite you. It doesn't give you any kind of emotion.
It just reminds you of other songs that do it better. But Judas Priest's filler doesn't sound like the better songs. So it's more just like what do you feel
momentum.
like that day? It
keeps momentum. I think like it's sort of like a combo. It's like Killer Instinct, you know. You start some weak punches. You start chaining the stronger punches. You start doing some movement, and it's like, do you drop the combo or itty bitty combo, Clay Fighter 63 and a third,
Bro, wait, like the Blockbuster version that had Earthworm Jim as a playable character?
Yeah,
I played that one once or twice.
Yeah.
I bet that shit cost a bunch of money on eBay.
Really? Maybe.
Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna have to check. I got a mechanical keyboard now, so that means that it's good because you can hear it.
That's good. I guess a little intro. This is Jason Steffen. He was with me on the last episode. He's the man behind the band Pissectomy, and he's got some great albums. Or one good album.
Oh no, I think Urinal Baptism is easily the best. That's the best one. Yeah. Okay, so currently $1,500 are best offer for
$1,500 for Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
Oh, but the Blockbuster version, you can get one that's like a graded in the box for $16,887.44.
Oh my gosh!
Or you can just download the ROM like a sane person.
I'm chilling lol. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. We are covering Judas Priest.
No, I want to talk about Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter?
No, I don't want to talk about Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter, I have more to talk about that than Rockarola, I think.
I agree. Rockarola, the worst part about it is that it came out like when did it? Okay, 1974. So I mean, just like what's around it? Like Zeppelin is like what 4 or 5 albums in. Sabbath is 5 albums in. Deep Purple's like 6 albums in.
Yeah,
it's just like if this album came out in like 1968, 69, you'd still have the like, oh, okay, we don't really know what we are yet sort of vibe. But now it's like, it's not even that it's bad. It's just it's remarkably unremarkable.
Right. Yeah, there is only mid-tempo songs on Rockarola. Nothing.
There's very little that steps out.
Really, the only song that kind of stands out, and it's not even really the song, it's just a moment. It's Run of the Mill, and I think when Rob Halford does a high note, and it's like,
and it builds almost,
yeah.
And rock and roll has like a couple moments, but it's just not very good for even the style that it is. I think like you and I described it as there's like not garage rock like you're playing in a garage. It's garage rock like you're changing the oil on your truck and you got the radio on in the background. It's very unoffensive rock and roll music, but it's very much like it's funny because they sound older on this record than they've ever sounded. Like they sound like it's very old man rock.
This sounds like they're 50 years into their career.
Which, you know what? They're probably playing in bars. They're playing like it's beer music. It's just beer rock, and you know it's fine. But if it wasn't Judas, like I collect a shit ton of 70s sort of one-off albums, like you know Cactus, Captain Beyond, Leaf Hound. But like if I was going to try and listen to like it's in a crossroads, because if I was going to listen to rock that isn't that hard and is more prog, there's a million things going that way. There's more of that early morning AM radio sound in hell, even like in just bands that don't rock but are technically rock bands like Huey Lewis or so. Like I'd rather listen to that because at least if it's going to be kind of soft and corporate, at least it knows what it is. Right. This is just very much, hey, we got some record time, so let's make an album.
Yeah, you know, they're figuring it out. They're getting people together. They actually recorded. I mean, maybe it happened really quick. I have no idea. Like, I mean, it. Yeah,
I did a little bit of research, and it kind of just sounds like they were just continuing to pull stuff together. Like the first time that they were on TV with that old Gray Whistle Test show, which is where you find a bunch of really good like early vids of bands. I think it's kind of like Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of just where if you want to see some live vids where they're not just lip syncing, something like Rob and KK Downing saying that they had to like borrow their sister's clothes.
Right. Yeah. Was it the whiskey? Was it the Gray Old Whistle Test or something like that?
Yeah, it was Gray Old Whistle Test.
Yeah,
and it's just like
right
if I was
into
gonna
the
listen
second
to,
album, basically.
Yeah, it's not very good. It's not metal at all. It's barely hard rock. It's really just the best part about it's the album cover. Which it's kind of a Coca-Cola thing, but I'm not. This is not Coca-Cola rock. This is Coors Light rock.
They sued Coke. I guess they sued Coke. Yeah. I mean, that other album cover is kind of cool looking. I don't even know what it is. It's like an imp creature dropping bombs.
It's weird.
Yeah. I like stuff like that, but that would be like, I would feel upset if I bought the album and then heard rock and roll. It's not offensive, you know. It's like it's not offensive. Sometimes listening,
I put it on in the background, and it's fine, but. There is so much. There are so many other bands who do this sort of like inoffensive background music sort of rock. That's just it's just better. Like good example. I would much rather like 10 out of 10 times. I would rather put on a random like live Ted Nugent album or a Peter Frampton album or. Even like the early AC/DC records, it's like it just doesn't have much going on for 1974. So I'd say only for completionists or old people.
Yeah, just for completionists. I mean, I literally had it. I was like helping my brother move, and it was fine to just kind of have on and then walk away and then come back and it's like, oh, they're still on the same riff, you know. I didn't miss anything, but but it kept the energy moving, you know. I mean, you know, I couldn't really recommend this one. I mean, it's history, but
I'm never gonna give somebody crap for like being like
Right.
a Judas Priest. It's never an album that you go, oh well, if you're a real Judas Priest fan, then you would
Well,
like.
well,
No, it's like
I found my
it's
wife
not
at a
that
truck
great.
stop with this one.
But you probably didn't because it wasn't even on the radio. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a popular album.
Yeah.
It's like who's listening to this instead of like Houses of the Holy
Yeah. All
that came
right.
out at the same time. Yeah, we can skip it.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes listening to something soft takes the edge off before going back to heavy brutal. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Palate
But
cleanser.
then,
We got some Merciful Fate, King Diamond fans. Ain't no Shadrach,
oh yeah,
Chameleon. Somebody said
oh
gay.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll get there. You know what?
Yeah, but
This album is
nobody
not
would
gay.
listen to it. Here's the thing, though. There's nothing wrong with listening to soft stuff, but what you're gonna say like there ain't soft stuff in the '70s?
Listen to
Like,
Christopher Cross, I guess. I don't know.
like Supertramp. Like that's what I listen to if I want to listen to some like softer rock from that same era.
Yeah.
It's just if it wasn't Judas Priest, nobody would remember
Yeah.
this album whatsoever. It's
It's
not a
just
one-hit wonder.
It's just mid-tempo. It's just mid-tempo rock. Nothing really soft. Nothing, All right. We can move on from this one, I think.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
Sad Wings of Destiny is a far more interesting, weird album.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I had never really been able to get into this album before. This challenge, Sin After Sin, to me was always like the earliest Judas Priest album that I really loved. But listening to this one a few more times, I finally kind of got it because it's like if you like right now on Metal Archives, it's got average of 94% from 22 reviews, so it's one of their highest
Wow.
rated albums, and the average Metal Archives reviewer is not like does not typically like the old stuff very much. They very
Yeah.
much are into the more extreme metal. So I didn't quite get it at first. I don't think that the songs are really that good compared. Like they don't syncopate together with the drums. They don't really groove.
Yeah.
They're kind of just doing it. But that being said, a couple more times listening to it, figuring out like, oh, Victim of Changes.
I like that.
Okay,
riff.
I get it.
Yeah.
The Ripper is like the first Judas. It's like the first Halford Judas Priest song. That's what it like. The Ripper, the Sentinel, Electric Eye. It's like we'll get into the gay stuff.
Dreamer, Deceiver, and Deceiver. I like those. It's like side A is pretty good.
Yeah, I liked Tyrant a lot.
Yeah.
I thought that one's actually one of the better songs on it. Yeah, it's good. Is it like 94%? No, I think it's still.
No,
I do think out of all of the classic material, and I'm going to consider classic material everything from Sad Wings up until Painkiller.
Yeah,
I think you can basically agree that everything in that era is like their classic era, and I'd say that Sad Wings of Destiny is in the bottom tier, probably with like Point of Entry. I think every other, and I think to me the bottom three.
We'll get to the tier list later.
I do think overall it's a good album. I like it more than I did before, but it's really only got 3 or 4 songs that I really like on it. But it's not bad. It's cool.
I think
there's a lot more going on.
I was looking at Judas Priest because like you recommended maybe start with. Actually, you heavily suggested that I start with Painkiller, even though I've listened to that one before, and
work backwards and see them get less heavy because most people don't like the non-heavy stuff.
Right, but I like the historical progression. I like the context. It's like, okay, they're starting to write. They're starting to write, and like they're like, okay, we got to get some riffs. And I think they had some ideas, but like the full songs, like just being able to start and end a song well, they hadn't quite done that. Also, like Halford's maybe, and part of this might be live sounds better because I liked the Grey Whistle Test rendition of like Dreamer, Deceiver, and Deceiver. Like I thought, hey, that sounded really cool. Just because you get to see Halford into it, and he's just looking right at the camera, and he is just selling it. But it's
they're finding their identity, and like this one sounds like they're trying to be metal, and they don't quite know what metal is yet, because Iron Maiden is still like in their infancy. Motorhead, the album, their intro LP didn't come out till a year after this. So like outside of what Black Sabbath, you don't really have that. Like heavy metal is still just kind of like a offshoot of hard rock music.
There's sort of a blend, like I think we talked about Rainbow. It's like they kind of accidentally made the best proto heavy metal record with Rising. It wasn't really like it just happened to be that way. Like I don't think that's like a natural inclination of Ritchie Blackmore or Dio even. Maybe later, but like this band's kind of they're starting to learn how to write. They have moments where it's like, hey, this is some cool riffs kind of being put together. The sounds, they don't do the dual guitar thing. Like my assumption of what Judas Priest is, okay, Halford, high screams, and dual guitar, and like some kind of thing of that. And so it's not quite there yet. And I think even really thinking about it, it's like, well, they did that on a few songs on a few albums, but like all the time, not really. Like Glenn and KK.
And also I think that it's very easy to judge Judas Priest by how good their drummer is, because their drummer constantly was changing. And the drummer is always like who's sinking in, because you said what is the the blend of like a good Judas Priest song. You got the Vox, you got those double guitars, but really to me it's the driving rhythm section, which is very underrated. Like Ian Hill, I think in the entire discography there's only like one section where you can hear bass by itself. And it's Revolution off of Angel of Retribution. But so it's the drums just don't have it. This is definitely a proto metal album. Like but I appreciate it. I think Victims of Change is a good song. Ripper, good song. Tyrant, really good song. But compared to other proto metal albums that had come out before, like Blue Oyster Cult or Rainbow's Rising, it's nowhere near as good as those records.
I will say I do like Glenn Tipton's like use of the organ in these earlier albums. Like it's never really like a main part, but I like it. It kind of gives a little bit of a cathedral vibe. I mean, it's more present on like I think Sin After Sin, but the album cover is a 94%, I think.
Honestly, cool. I agree with you. I honestly think most people are just like voting for the album cover because it's a good cover.
That's pretty sick.
But like, it's not as good as the worst Ozzy Black Sabbath album.
Yeah. And
in my opinion, like
maybe people look at this like, oh, this is the first real album. It's like, I really think Sin After Sin though.
Sin After Sin's the first really great album, but I will give its due that like the Ripper sounds like Judas Priest forming, and I love it. Mm-hmm. It's got a historical. This is something that I listen to because I like the band already. But if I was not a fan of Judas Priest, there are countless other kind of like undiscovered 70s rock proto metal bands that released albums that are far better.
Yeah, and like kind of in the back of my head, because it's like, there's a few like, I guess like trademark things of Judas Priest, or just little attributes or things people point out. I think like Epitaph was, they kind of sound like a little bit like they're trying to do Queen.
I'm gonna
Epitaph. It's kind of musical.
Head bowed down.
It's kind of musical. But it's not. Yeah, like Halford is not Freddie Mercury. He doesn't have the flamboyance that like Freddie Mercury's voice kind of carries in like some of like early Queen and like.
Well, and Halford is a really great singer.
Yeah.
But it has to be dialed in perfectly to the type of music that he's playing, because even like when they're covering like I think that you've probably heard that he filled in for Ozzy for like a show on Ozfest for Black Sabbath like back in the day, and that sounds wonderful, and then you listen to it and you're like, oh, it sounds like Halford singing War Pigs. And I want to hear Ozzy. So I mean, I love Rob Halford's voice.
It's probably not the worst thing. I mean, you could hear.
I want to hear him on Judas.
You could hear Paul Gilbert use a power drill on Little Wing. You know, Jimi Hendrix's Little Wing. I mean, could be worse. You know, could be worse.
But overall, to me, like it's a fine album. It's in. I'll concede. It's in the classics. I enjoy it more than I did before, but I think that it's overrated compared to its immediate successor, which Sin After Sin, which I feel is very underrated.
Yeah. Like if I called Rockarola like a 5 out of 10 start, where it's like not offensive, not bad. This is like a 6 out of 10, where it's like
good, it's a push.
High highs, low lows, but yeah, it doesn't quite maintain the whole thing. You know, it's
and you know, it's like this is an album. This is an album that you get it on vinyl and put it on in the background while you're cleaning the house. But it's not an album that I'm putting on while I'm in the car dive bombing down the highway.
Yeah,
which is usually the sort of attitude I want with Priest.
Yeah. Okay. So better.
Good
effort.
But yeah, not a 94.
Not a 94. Yeah, I don't think so. With all due respect, I mean it's a growing. Yeah, sure. It is a growing band. I mean, they've been playing for some time together, but yeah, Sin After Sin. So I listened a little bit today.
Just because it's great.
This is an underrated album for sure. Man, Diamonds and Rust,
it's kind of got a
Starbreaker.
I think it's got a weird album cover, so it's kind of an unmemorable album cover. I think like most people just don't know it exists.
I'm sure. And then,
like they know Diamonds and Rust. They know they're like, oh yeah, that's right. But no, like this to me, like every song is good. Even Last Rose of Summer, which is like their gay ballad on it. But it's as far as the early gay Judas Priest ballads, it's easily the best one.
Yeah,
like the production on it is good.
It's just a nice song. I mean, it's nothing really, you know. I've heard worse songs. You know, it doesn't break the combo really. Like Sinner is great, Diamonds and Rust. You know, and that
Starbreaker is
and they
great.
Then they redo Diamonds and Rust, and it's like, oh, let's do it faster. Let's get the like let's get some.
And then it took me a long time to realize that, because when I saw them live on the 2006 tour, they would play it like acoustic and slow, and I always thought it was a boring song. So it wasn't until I actually started listening to the album version that I realized that they put this funky disco beat in the back, which totally works. And it's a great cover.
Yeah, this is they're getting the songwriting. They still have that 70s kind of, you know, it's not metal. But
and they had a session drummer, Simon Phillips.
Oh, it's great.
He only ever played on the album, never played live.
Really? Okay.
And he brought in the double bass, and that's where that's where you get. And we'll get to it more in a minute, but like Dissonant Aggressor is like easily the heaviest thing that they'd ever done to this point. To me, Starbreaker is just an all-time like classic Priest song. I absolutely love it. It's another.
Cool
it's
name.
a very gay. It's a very gay song though. Like you think Starbreaker, like Starbreaker. Ooh, that sounds like, Star Wars.
Yeah, it's
Like
very
Luke
spacey.
Starkiller. Like you think that's what it's gonna be, but it's like,
Look
look
out.
out, here's Starbreaker cruising into town, set his mind to stealing every little heart around. Step out on the sidewalks if you're feeling game. He comes but once a lifetime, never seen again. Starbreaker,
Paradise is
take my
waiting for the
hand.
chosen few. Yeah, let's hope maybe this time he
Starbreaker,
picks
take my
me and
hand.
you.
Starbreaker, understand. Like everybody, it's funny because everybody for like the next 15 years thought that Alfred was singing about himself, and no, he was totally just singing about other men.
Yeah, yeah. The gayometer went higher in this one, and like the songs got better. Well, he knows how to use his voice now. Like he's it works with the band. There's like harmonies. It's big, like
pray, call for the priest.
Oh yeah. Let us pray, call for the priest. I listened to that one, and it's like
that one's really great.
Yeah,
that's kind of got. That's got one of the first double guitar harmonies. Like
yes,
the quintessential guitar harmonies, which I really do think come into full on the next album, Stained Class. I think Stained Class, that's the first one where you get the classic logo, the kind of the album covers. This totally this album still feels like before they found their identity, but it's the first one where as a band they just gelled together and the songs were good. You've got
big
Raw
jump.
Deal is really good. Raw Deal is really good. It really grows towards the end. Dissident Aggressor is just crushingly heavy. And then it ends with the cover by Gun.
Race with the Devil.
Race with the Devil. But then which is a
cool song. That's
you
the
want to talk
other one I
about a
listened
proto
to.
metal song? Proto metal that came out in like 1968.
Yeah.
And like great album cover too. So it's like you want to talk about really cool, underrated, undiscovered proto metal. You gotta listen to The Gun.
Yeah, Race with the Devil. You
better run. You better run from the devil's gun. Oh, no. Like it's a killer song.
Great cover. They do an awesome job. It's like
great record.
Just it keeps the like this is like a if it went from 5 to 6 out of 10, like this is like an 8.
Oh, it went to absolutely. I still even think it's one of the weaker of their like real classic albums, but for being it's so strong though. Like to me, that this is the first Judas Priest album where I'm like, this is a classic record I'm going to listen to for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that'll be one where it's like
you don't have to remind me to listen to it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, have you heard this one? And it's like, oh, okay.
I would recommend it to people.
That one. Yeah, definitely. It's of the early era. It's like, yeah, listen to this.
And it's a total palate cleanser because if you're somebody who is like, I get it. I've listened to Judas Priest. I've heard Painkiller. I've heard you got another thing coming. Like, I get it. It's gay biker metal. That's the one that I would give them to try and get them into the band, separated like from the brand identity.
Yeah. It's like, hey, they kind of sounded this way. Like, and again, like organ, pretty present in this. Sort of has that gothic sound, early rock stuff, but like harmony, well composed. Yeah, good.
Well, the songs are just good. That's the thing. The album is put together really well. It flows, and like almost every single Judas Priest album from here on out, almost every single one, side A starts extremely strong, and then it starts to fall off by side B. Like Judas Priest does not tend to really knock out like the closer. Yeah. Whereas like a band like from a similar era, like Great. Okay, like Led Zeppelin. Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin always like it crushes the closing song, and that makes you almost remember the rest of the album better than it was.
Hmm.
So it's
Interesting.
like
Yeah.
so so it's like getting on to the next album, like with
Stained Class.
Stain. Now I love this album. I've always loved this album, and this is the one that I got into because when I saw them live in 2006, I was like 17 or so, and they played Exciter, and I'd never heard that song before, but it just that's like to me, Exciter is a Highway Star clone, and
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's got that classical arpeggio line harmony, and it's yeah. It's got some
Yeah,
funky stuff. Yeah, like they kind of they had some funky stuff early.
yeah,
Better by You, Better Than Me, the Spooky Tooth cover.
it's good.
It's good.
Better by You,
I like it.
better than me.
Ooh, White Heat, Red Hot.
Oh, I love that song. Like, his vocals were just killing it on it.
Yeah.
Stained Class is a great like kind of early speed metal song. Invader's good. Saints in Hell is good. Savage. Beyond the Realms of Death though is like that's probably their best like metal ballad that they ever did. Like A Touch of Evil is close up there. But like Beyond the Realms of Death is probably their best slow material.
Yeah. Now, you know the songs better than I do. Like I only given this one like 1 or 2 listens here and there and parts of it. So it's like it's not like sticking in my mind so well. Let me change the album cover here.
I've known this album for 20 years, so I know this one back to front.
Yeah, but it's like kind of the, you know, my thought was mostly to just hear everything and to just enjoy it. Not so much like, oh, I'm going to break this down, I'm going to learn everything, and, you know, just appreciating. And it's like Judas Priest is really consistent. And these, to me, this is like they are maintaining, they got like a new base level, like their power level, their base form. They've like learned how to, like they went Super Saiyan and Sin After Sin, but now like they're learning how to live as Super Saiyans, and it's like they're just better. They're just better now. They got
they're just better. They're tighter.
Guru.
They're not spending so much time like trying to be something else. Like they're leaning into being a metal band.
Yeah. Oh, and their output is just like really quick, you know, like
and that's why we talked about like how they're filler. Like most people don't know Invader or Saints in Hell or Savage or Hero's End, but they're placed in the album in such a way that it really flows really well. So even though I would like half of the album is really where the meat of it is, like Exciter, White Heat, Red Hot, Stained Class, Beyond the Realms of Death. Everything else, there isn't a bad song on the album. So to me, this one's like a 9. But that being said,
I had it
with
the
understanding that it's still an early metal album. The production is still not great. It still kind of sounds quiet. It's like this one is not something that I'm expecting would blow anybody's minds away. This is a fine cheese and wine after you've already became a fan.
Yeah,
this isn't going to convert anybody.
Sin After Sin is like this is all right. I'm locked in. Like this is great. This I had it a little lower than Sin After Sin, but like it's a new base level. It's like it's not rock or roll. It's not bad. Like it basically from this point, it's like it's not really just going to be like low points. Well, later, but
there are a couple, but Exciter to me is still
great.
Exciter to me is top 5 Judas Priest song ever for me. Like I know how to play this on every instrument that I know how to play. And the rest of the album is really good too. But to me, this is the one growing up that as like an old rock fan To me, this is still it still very much sounds of the 70s. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound like this is not an album that I'm going to be comparing to
This isn't.
like 80s new wave of
This is.
British heavy metal.
This isn't the future of
No, it
futuristic
does.
metal. You know, it's
No, this still sounds like what it is. The late 70s.
they
Van Halen didn't kill him.
yeah. Van Halen didn't kill them. I mean, they're not even really like, I guess, like prog, but it's funny because it's like looking at Judas Priest. It's like they're late, but they catch up and they're good. It's like,
Well, and
they're not,
they kept on
yeah.
bringing it out. Like you and I and everybody look at these as classic albums, but I was wondering why there was such a shift in production on Defenders of the Faith later on, and it's because it took them like 8 or 9 albums for the record company to give them money.
Yeah.
Like, because they
okay.
still were. It wasn't like they were this super popular band for, like in 1978. Like, sure, they're making albums, they're recording, they're playing, but it's not like they were top of the world immediately. It's kind of like history remembers after the fact all these classic albums. So you know,
Yeah, they're scraping by. They're trying things. They are getting better, but they're you were mentioning something about like how something like, oh, like, no, they always kept it like 100. They never sold out. It's like, well, they were kind of chasing.
Oh, they were trying to sell out all the time.
They were trying to sell out. They were trying to try different things, experiment, and, you know, do something new, you know, or, you know, chasing a trend or something. And it just,
they're literally making an album every 6 or 7 months.
it's moderate.
So,
yeah.
So
Moderate
it's like
success. Yeah.
So even like what we're calling like chasing a trend, it's like you've got guys now still trying to chase, like, I think finally after 30 years, new metal is finally popular.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like they're making an album every 6, 7 months. So like, how fast can you really chase something if it's moving? At a certain point, I think they're just trying to make a living being in a rock band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they made their next album.
Still. Yeah.
The next album came out. Let me see.
Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather.
So Stained Class came out on February 10th of 1978, and on October 9th, so
yeah,
just like 8 months later, they've got Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather, and this is the album where they completely just committed to the gay biker look.
Yeah, so this is, for me, like, Stained Class kind of starts the consistent decent albums for me, where it's like, okay, you know, and you got some hits, but it's like Stained Class, I think, is a little imbalanced compared to Killing Machine, just for me personally, but I feel like the higher highs are on Stained Class than Killing Machine. Hellbent for Leather is a cool song. Yeah, they got the look now. They, you know, it's. I
think it's a pretty uneven album, honestly.
Really?
Like, as far as I think it's got some really good material on it, and this is another one that I never was able to quite get into, other than a song or here and there, and that's because, like, Delivering the Goods is a great song. Love that. Rock Forever is good. Evening Star, really good. Hellbent for Leather, great. I think that Killing Machine, the song, is not that is one of the weaker songs.
Remember it. Yeah. I can't remember.
Got a contract on you. It doesn't quite got it. And I'm like the only person in the world that doesn't think that the Green Manalishi with the 2-pronged crown is like everyone thinks it's one of their best songs, one of their best covers. And I'm like, it's fine, but it's not nearly as good as Diamonds and Rust.
Yeah,
it's not as good as
well, Diamonds and Rust, like, that one, it doesn't end the way it started. It like ends in a totally different spot. And it's like,
Right.
oh, I like the journey that it took. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. It's not just a straightforward cover. I can't remember it. I just remember kind of liking it. I mean, this was just sort of a listening through. I hadn't like listened to again. I might have played Hellbent for Leather on stream, just playing it.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Fun,
it's awesome.
cool solo.
He brings out the motorcycle like the Undertaker.
Yeah,
and everyone cheers for the motorcycle. So it's a good album. I put it in rotation when I listen to the other ones, but I do think that this is one of the lower albums as far as a full start to finish album is.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, it's not the top tier. It's all right. It's all right. Like, oh wait, I need to put the album cover on. Whatever. Yeah, Killing Machine. All right. Yeah, there we go.
Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather.
Yeah, Killing Machine. Yeah, Captain Jack Farrell, what's up? Yeah, we're doing the Judas Priest deep dive. If you're just joining in, we've already gone over the early albums. Basically, Sin After Sin. Definitely check that one out if you haven't.
Yeah.
So this is the look, and no real like, because I think like what happens at this point is they're wanting hits. They're wanting. I mean, it's like any, starting to become. It's getting close to the 80s.
Yeah, they're real. This album, they do dial it back and like really, really lock in. And on the better songs, they got Les Banks, who ended up being their drummer for. Let's see. Yeah, he did this album. He did Staying Class as well.
Yeah,
and a little bit. So he was all right. I think that there's a couple really great songs here, but it's not a great album.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say about Killing Machine.
No.
I mean, it was just, to me, it was like another kind of 7 out of 10. For me, like it was a better base level, not as good as Sin After Sin. So it's kind of just in that, you didn't like Bitcoin got to all-time high. It's at a new it's a new baseline. It's not all the way back to $100, but it's like,
and it's funny. It's funny how memory and like collective memory of things works, because like I said, everybody like, oh, Sin After Sin, this giant classic heavy metal album was so impactful. No, nobody ever bought it.
Cared. Nobody cared, unfortunately.
Like British Steel over the last like 30 years or so which is funny because it's kind of their breakthrough album. Yeah, and it's really, really kind of reverse. After the fact, people going like, oh, it's overrated. They've been saying that it's overrated so long that people kind of just, I even believed it. And then I went back and it's actually really, really solid. It's pop. Like it's very poppy. It's like, it's got
pop, it's punk, but like, yeah.
I'm looking at the track list. I'm looking at the track list and I'm like at least Breaking 5 of these songs they play at every concert.
Well, and all of these songs could be as long as Breaking the Law, just like 2.5 minutes.
Oh yeah, but like
honestly,
Rapid Fire.
I felt Rapid Fire was pretty cool. It's like
I love that song.
It's like
that was one of the first Judas Priest songs I ever got into.
To me, they were looking for the hit, and it's like, all right, you knocked it out of the park with Breaking the Law. Every other song felt like it was trying to do that. So I was kind of like, this I was less enthused about compared to Killing Machine. I mean, and just like my own sentiments. But like, I understand the value of British Steel because it's, well, like Captain Jack Farrell says. Captain Jack Farrell says, one of the first songs I learned how to play, Breaking the Law. It is a
right, you don't like United?
You don't like
United?
Yeah, I mean, it's singable. Like, the hooks, he got the hooks. Like, he learned how to like he learned how to do the magic word song where it's like, all right, here's the magic word. I'm going to repeat this. And
here's the thing though. I know every single song off of this album like the back of my hand except for one. Like Rapid Fire, classic.
like
Metal
Steeler
Gods,
or something.
classic. No, Steelers is The Rage. I don't
The
really
Rage.
know that song very well. I can't really remember, but I know you don't have to be old to be wise. Grinder, looking for meat.
Yeah.
Grinder.
You said this
got
was
no use for routine.
You said this is Judas Priest stripped down. Like this is just there's no real like solo. There's like it just is a very
It's a very straightforward album.
Straightforward.
It's
no
only
frill.
36 minutes, no frill. So even though, yeah, it might not be like one of the best albums, it doesn't have an ounce of fat on it. So it's just like it's in and out. You can just put it on and then turn it off. But like there isn't a song on this thing that I'm mad at. Like even United, like I listen to United all the time because it's fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean it's just the gay ballad, you know. It's
well,
just this would be like one of those like Act 2 songs we would play in like Rock of Ages or something, where it's just like we're just singing along, we don't care, and it just whatever. It's
a genre of earlier the key to early arena rock. Yeah, the key to early like anthemic rock is bass snare.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
For every song, and then have your entire band singing United.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't like this album as much, but it's like it's not bad, but it's like their bass level never got too low. But it's like, but
this was my first album I ever got from them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I see posters of this all the time. Like, I didn't even see Sad Wings poster. Like, I've seen British Steel all the time. Just the hand and the razor and the.
I guess it was supposed to have blood on it, and they said no, you can't do blood.
Okay, yeah, I saw a blood version. What if it's just tomatoes? What if it's Tormato that's on there?
Oh God! Don't kill the whale. Dig it. Yeah, I got this album. I think when I was like 13 or 14. I got like some CDR version where the track listing was wrong, so it started out with Breaking the Law and then went into Rapid Fire. So even to this day, like it still screws with me to hear Metal Gods before Breaking the Law. But no, these are all like these. You say what you will about this album, but if you ever see the band live,
you're gonna sing along with these.
Yeah, you're gonna be singing along Metal Gods.
Yeah, they're teachable. Wow. They are like teachable. They are teachable
things. Retarded. This is an album that you could teach like a retarded dog. Like you could train dogs to. This dog-brained stupid album.
Well, not making a retarded claim here, but like this was a Rock 101 album. This was This was stuff I would teach in school.
It was like AC/DC, TNT.
TNT first lesson. Like this was Rock 101 Breaking the Law. It was one of the Rock 101 songs. It was like breaking the law, and it's like, okay, cool. If you want to do something different than White Stripes, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, please.
But so, getting back into this, I actually realized I like the album more than I thought that I did, and I think that it's a lot stronger overall than people. Like, I think it's cool to hate.
Would you say it's just Stained Class and Hellbent? I kind of put this in the same era. This is like the last of that era. You think it's better than those two? Like just overall and like a general.
Well, out of these albums, I think that like if we're gonna say like that the Mark I era is like the first three albums, and like Sin After Sin is easily the best. Oh, Well, then Sin After Sin is the clear favorite of the first three. Out of these ones, I'm still a Stained Class fan. I think that's the best. That's the album that mixes like these two sort of
Yeah.
early sort of dark prog stuff. And
Yeah.
even though Rob Halford hadn't cut his hair and they hadn't gone fully into the biker thing, it's like
Hmm.
Exciter is clearly where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
And Stained Class, like that's clearly where they were going, like this sci-fi
Yeah.
super. Rob Halford basically wants to get fucked by the Terminator. That's basically like that. Basically, is the entire au revoir of Judas
wow.
Priest. Is him the au revoir, the over OUVER. I
It
don't
was the
know the
whole
discography,
snare of the thing.
the Bildungsroman of Judas Priest is just Rob Halford just really, really wants the Terminator to come back in time. And before he kills John Connor, he just plows him in the ass.
Oh my god!
And he's writing
yeah.
and he's writing songs to it, like make it happen.
Stained Class might be the best of this three. The next trilogy. But it's true though. It's true though. Like the gayer the song,
the better.
It's better. It's just simply like because it's like it's sort of the honesty of his writing and just kind of performance, and then everybody else somehow they just get it. Like they're just like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like oh what here? Okay, got no use for routine. I shiver at the thought. Open skies on my scene. This boy won't get caught. Refuse to bait the man trap. That's a line in Grindr. All right, so here we go. Refuse to bait the man trap. Be left to set the snare. I love to have my sight capped everywhere. Grindr. Looking for me. It's like
looking for me.
This is a great man.
Yeah. Goddamn. Yeah.
I like Steeler a lot too. I think it's really good.
I wouldn't have picked this one as like the best of the three, but
no, but I like it a lot more than I remember.
But I would look at this as the beginner's album to just like, hey, you want to learn a band's album? This would be the easiest thing to like recommend if you didn't want to recommend Dookie, Green Day. Like, okay, let's get you on Judas Priest, then Dookie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't like Rapid Fire, you're not going to like heavy metal. That's like basically it. That's your double bass.
Yeah.
Pounding the world like a battering ram. Now.
Like a battering ram. Pounding the world.
Forging the furnace for the final grand slam. Now. Chopping away at the source. Soon the course will be done. Leaving a trail of destruction that's second to none. Wielding the axe come the one culmination that's always seems certain. It's so shitty. I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, that is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, we were supposed to play the game. Is this song gay?
Oh well, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because the only song that isn't gay is funny. If you listen to off of Sad Wings of Destiny, Victim of Changes is like, whiskey woman, don't you know that you're driving me insane? And so apparently this whiskey woman in Victim of Changes just made him just go, man, I'll just be gay. I'll just be gay.
Okay.
You've been fooling with some hot guy. You know I want to know why. Is it why?
So 1980, a lot of albums sound 80s, right when the 80s happened. But this one, it's like late punk. Like it's very punk. British Steel.
Oh yeah, it's pretty darn lo-fi, honestly. Like it really is not like this studio masterpiece. It's a pretty lo-fi album. And new wave of British heavy metal, it's weird how it's been remembered, because it's like on one hand it's a genre, but it's like everybody has rose tinted glasses when they think of like classic metal, because remember that like most of like, oh well, thrash metal, like the thrash metal thing, it's like 4 years long. It's like COVID was 6 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Development cycles happen longer now. Like games, you're not going to get the new Zelda game until 10 years from now, and it'll be exactly the same as Tears of the Kingdom.
King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard's like the only band releasing an album every year.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's for your least favorite album.
Yeah, Point of Entry is it is pretty dog shit. Like I don't like this album. There is one song that I'm kind of just okay with, but like really,
I like Heading Out to the Highway too.
I don't really fault them, because I was like, what the hell is going on? And it's like they got a lot of pressure from the recording label. Like they okay, April and then February 1981. So like they just cranked this out, and they're just like, you know what? This is just no screams. This is just some truck stop.
Yeah, this is not a very heavy metal album. This is very much a rock album.
It's kind of hair metal. It's like, it's not even White. Like Whitesnake has riffs, but like
I think this has two classic songs on it for me, which are Heading Out to the Highway and Desert Plains.
I like Desert Plains. I really like those songs. And Solar Angels, I think.
Heading Out to the Highway has one of those like double guitar riffs.
Yeah.
And that was really good. This album does have one of what I think is one of their worst songs, which is You Say Yes.
Oh yeah.
I Say No.
It's horrible. Yeah. I remember that.
Song.
I remember that.
It's like one.
Yeah,
the rest is largely forgettable, but to me, it's not any worse than the bad material, than like the filler material on Killing Machine.
Yeah,
or even Victim of Change. Even Sad Wings of Destiny, for that matter. So it's like, to me, this is in that same era, which is that whenever I do a Judas Priest deep dive, I do listen to this record every time. It's like I don't.
You don't skip it. I give it another chance.
Well, I always go back. Hell, I've put on Desert Plains just to listen to that song many times. Like that's a classic song to me.
Okay. Yeah, it's the only one that kind of. I mean, again, this is like mostly a mid-tempo album, or just kind of slow, and like, but it just seems like, he probably wasn't inspired. He's just like, all the truck stops, it's just kind of greasy, sweaty, and I'm not finding anybody around here. This is definitely, and the record labels kind of suck, so I'm not going to scream.
This is definitely a truck stop album. This album is best. Like you went to the concert, you moshed around, you got your shit kicked in.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, on like a 4-hour drive home at 2 a.m. This is a good album for that, because it's chill. It's kind of like what I said about Rock-a-Rolla, in that like it's good, it's decent background music. This is a better version of that.
I would say it's better.
I'm gonna skip You Say Yes, but it's like the album doesn't make me mad. But it outside of those two songs that I mentioned, it does not grab me, and it is one of the weaker ones. But I like it, I think, more than I thought I was.
Yeah. Hey, Tam Wharton. We're deep diving Judas Priest. We're talking about all the albums. We're in the 80s
and right now. Point of Entry.
This is the worst. This is the worst album cover. It just doesn't mean anything, but it does remind me of like an airplane, and it's like
the OG point. The original one is better.
Yeah, that is a better one. Yeah, like that's just like.
And it's even funnier because it's really gay.
Yeah. Didn't I say that right? It's like, Point of Entry. Yeah, that is.
It's
about as. Yeah, that is about.
It's ghosty. Just put two hands. That's just a man's ass.
this is phoning it in even with that. It's just like, yeah, point of entry. Locked, clocked in. Whatever.
Hey, I just want to see Rob coming in, like Glenn and KK write this like double guitar harmony metal masterpiece, and then they give it to Rob to write lyrics, and he goes, "I wrote this song, and it's called I Want to Get Fucked in the Ass by a Man." And they go, "We were thinking about something more like Jugulator," and he's like, "I'll give you some Jugulator." Like,
yeah, I got a point of entry for you. Yeah. And
so it's a really gay. It's really gay.
It's
but
it's phoned in. It's tired gay. It is phoned in.
Yeah.
This is phoned in. They're going. I mean, it's not hair metal. It has none of the. It's like. Yeah, all of the mousse and hairspray has like melted off, and it's gone. It's gone. Like
there's no tired, lazy butthole. It's got no elasticity left. You got to wear adult diapers.
You got to wear like a lawnmower bag of leaves on your anus. You got to have a horse bag.
Like that Nicky Avocado guy, how like his coin slot pooper.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
You're walking around with jeans that you inherited, and you stepped in horse pee. It is not a good time. I don't have much to say about point of entry. I did not like this.
They took their time and they did Screaming for Vengeance.
Yeah,
and this was the smash hit.
Yeah.
Like, You Got Another Thing Coming was the smash.
This is a balanced album. It starts out so cool. Helion into Electric Eye is perfect.
Electric Eye is a 10 out of 10. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah. What a cool song. The album cover in this looks pretty cool. Just like this metal bird. They always have like a different creature design to their things. Yeah,
don't you like at the end it's like it's an eagle shitting out toothpaste?
Yeah, it's like meat toothpaste. You want some meat flavored Crest? Because that is a dude's intestines getting like a prolapsed asshole just like flinging out. There's something. Rob is pointing to the artist like that is a prolapsed asshole right there.
So
I don't know how he sounds.
Electric Eye, Riding on the Wind is like a perfect speed metal song for me also.
I can only remember Screaming for Vengeance, Bloodstone, Electric Eye.
Take These Chains is another. It's not a favorite. It's only like 3 minutes long, so who cares? But I've never cared for Take These Chains that much. But the rest of the album I really like.
Yeah, the production sounds better. It's they don't have like the screaming metal tone or anything, but it's like it's a good blend of like chorusy stuff, some clean, some riffs, and some of the solos are a little bit more singable, like you can kind of remember them. Like it's good, it's tight, like it's a balanced breakfast.
Yeah, no, like it's funny because this album's been talked to death. It's just it's actually not this amazing, like, oh my god, I can't believe the sound's coming out. It's just incredibly solid. That's really it.
It really started kicking off, yeah.
The production is still like, for 1982, it's like they do still sound like older than the thrash bands. Like it still does kind of have a lo-fi sound compared to what was to come.
Yeah.
And so you really do have to crank it on the radio to get it to get it sounding popping. But it's funny because I almost have nothing to say about it because it's like, yeah, it's a really good album. Pick a song.
Yeah. Scream it. I mean, it's British Steel. They figured out the bare bones and the hooks and like your magic word thing to make a song cool. And just the attitude. and they really kind of like settled on this. They're not like tired from Point of Entry. They're not like in this other era. Everything is working, but they haven't like fully committed to pure metal. And this is 8 albums in. Like they are. So
it took 8 albums to get to their smash, and I forgot to mention on British Steel, but they had that's where they hired Dave Holland as the drummer, and he was their drummer all the way up until
the breakup.
He didn't play on Painkiller up until Ram It Down.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Screaming for Vengeance, it's like, yeah, it sounds old. Two bros. Yes, Piper Adams. Welcome. We're talking about Judas Priest. This is the deep dive. We are...
Yeah, Screaming for Vengeance, it's like they finally had their smash hit, but by the time that they had it, they were like, 8 albums in.
8 albums in. Yeah, they're slowly learning. It's like... This was interesting for me because like I listened to pretty much everything within like a couple weeks or so, and like I'm just like they're just getting a little better. They're getting, they're not dropping too much in quality, but now this is like, oh wow, they've leveled up again. This is like their third form of like, okay,
yeah,
let's see what they got. Like I guess let's move on.
Yeah, well, because finally they had money to get a real producer. Let's see who produced it. Tom Allum. Let me see what else he's done. He did. Well, he played piano on "Paranoid" by Black Sabbath. Okay. No, he did. Okay, so he produced Def Leppard. So that's like he produced Def Leppard. Well, no, he was still producing Judas Priest. So he produced British Steel and Point of Entry and Screaming for Vengeance. So no, I don't think that it's that they hired a producer. They just had money in order to like really get the drums kicking. Because to me, like when you listen to this album, you came back to me and you were like, oh, now I get it. Like this is the album where it's like, they sound stronger than the bands that they're around. Like they might be the old guys, but they're heavier than Metallica on this one.
Yeah. They it's like they're going through as many drummers as Spinal Tap. Like they just keep changing them. Green Globule on the throne.
And they got Tarkus on the album cover.
Oh yeah, Tarkus. Yeah, this like cool. This thing's awesome. I love this one.
It's a Zoid.
It's a Zoids, yeah. It's like a bacon tires, and he's just got these like devil horn things. Ketchup, mustard. It just looks cool, and like you would think, oh yeah, this is what Judas Priest's mascot is, and it's like, no, they keep changing it.
I guess they did make like a giant one live, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, the first half of this album is probably the best Judas Priest album, but then there's the second half of the album, and it's not bad, but it's like the first half, the first 4 songs are the best, like some of the best Judas Priest material ever. Free Will Burning, Jawbreaker, Rock Hard Ride Free, and then the Sentinel is perfect.
The
Sentinel the Sentinel may even be the best song they ever did. Like it's up there.
Captain Jack Farrell S tier album for Defenders of the Faith. Love their studio work with CCR, Freaking Trout. This is a
Clearwater Revival.
Or who did that?
CCR.
Free Will Burning, Love Bites, and Heads Are Gonna Roll are my favorites. Heads Are Gonna Roll is funny. It's like
Some heads are gonna roll.
Some heads are gonna roll. Like it's like a stupid chant, but it is cool. It is like it didn't take much to just get people
I prefer Rock Hard Ride Free.
Yeah.
Rock Hard Ride Free.
Your screams are getting cut off because of your noise gate.
Good.
Yeah, perfect side A. It's front loaded. Like the sound is great. Like they're getting like they got like the harmonies, and they got some cool lines. It just sounds massive. It's got a lot of that reverb that's just drenched. I like The Night Comes Down. I thought that was like a pretty cool song.
Eat Me Alive is really gay.
Yeah, that's
Love Bites is really gay.
Yeah.
The only thing is that heavy duty into Defenders of the Faith is the worst. But like the album just ends on such a downer.
It just, and like sometimes I forgive that, because it's like you're listening to an album and you're about to go to bed, but it's like, wait, you're going to bed with Judas Priest and you just kind of fizzle out.
I listen to the first half of this album on repeat, usually 2 or 3 times before I get to the second half.
Yeah.
So
it's
cool. Very, very, very
high.
But all that being said,
upper echelon of like their stuff. I think like this is where they're starting. They could become heavyweight champ of the world if they wanted. Like this is.
Oh yeah, and I forgive the filler because it's Judas Priest. They make filler.
Yeah. So I definitely can see where it has like some weaker points, but like this is a cooler album to me than Screaming for Vengeance. Like this is
it's definitely cooler. It's more uneven.
Yeah.
But those first 4 songs are better than the best parts on Screaming for Vengeance.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. This is where it's like the touch of brilliance, where it's like, okay, you just need to do side A only. Just do only that.
If they had made only like an EP, this EP would be the best thing they ever did. As it stands, it's a very, very good album, but it drops off at the end.
They get better because it's like Screaming for Vengeance. It's like if you did Hellion Electric Eye only, and it's like, okay, well, side A is that, but only that. And it's like, all right.
Well, and that's why Turbo is a better album than both of them.
All right, we're gonna look at Turbo.
I love Turbo. Everyone hates it. I love it.
Does everybody hate Turbo? Do we know Turbo?
It's just the story. It's everyone's like, oh my god, Judas Priest now sounds like a pop band. They've never did that 9 times before.
I liked it.
I mean, look at that album cover. How could you not think that that's the most like amazing thing? This toothpaste, licorice, candy cane dick.
Yeah, no, he's jerking off a tornado. He's jerking off a tornado.
No. He's shifting.
Captain Jack Farrell loves Turbo. Another S tier album. Good. I have knowers in my chat.
Okay. Yeah. Now, does it have a couple songs that aren't as good as the better songs on it? Yeah. Look at the last 8 albums.
I thought this was a back-loaded album. I thought this was better. Like the
second half, right? And now,
which is weird for me
because I think that Turbo Lover is a classic. I think it's great.
That's a great song.
Locked in to me, that's a personal favorite. Locked In is one of my absolute favorite Judas Priest songs. And then you've got 3 songs that are kind of goofy: Private Property, Parental Guidance, and Rock You Around the World.
No, I hated.
I like Private Property and Parental Guidance. Rock You Around the World, I think, is the worst song on the album.
Yeah.
But Out in the Cold is great.
Out in the Cold's cool.
Wild Nights, Hot Crazy Days is awesome.
I think I like that. Yeah.
Wild Nights.
Crazy
days.
I can't remember. I'm starting to forget how this. Like I remember the sound. Like this, the synthesizers was really cool sounding. It definitely is like this sounded Transformers.
Triggered drums.
Yeah, this is like Transformers, like the movie.
You got the touch.
Like yeah, and you know what? Just kind of a note on like Halford. He has kind of his kind of voice. He has his highs, but like his like just singing melody stuff. he's not really much of that kind of singer, I don't think.
No,
It's just,
I think that's really fair. Is that's where it exposes him. But
yeah,
like this song, this album doesn't have any songs where he sounds bad on. Like he's locked in.
He's locked in. Yeah.
And I think Reckless might be the best closer that they ever did.
Oh, the music videos are really fun with this era.
Temple of Doom, sort of.
Yeah, Temple of Doom, Mad Max kind of thing. You just the bondage and the filters and the lenses, the color. It's very fun. It is a cool. It sounds like music from the future. It's like they tried something new with this. So it's like I like it for. Hey, we got the new technology and we're going to do this. Just zippity sounds.
So yeah, I think this is another one where it's like the story of like, oh, Turbo has to be like the story needs for the story to have a proper climax. It has to have like a rising action where it's like, oh, there's turmoil but the album's fine. Like, the behind the scenes, there was turmoil, but it's like the album to me is great.
Yeah, this is the most positive sounding album of like.
Yeah, and it was
everything.
Supposed to be a double album with Ram It Down, and we'll get to that in a second. But
yeah,
for what it is, like, is it as? I think that Defenders of the Faith obviously has the stronger, more metal material, but as a whole album, Turbo actually is far superior in terms of like a beginning, middle, and then finishing it off on a high note. Those highs aren't as high as the
it's just
Defenders.
It's just kind of like a more solid thing,
And it's just a really gay album.
Well, yeah. Well, it's funny because it's like Turbo Lover. They like asked Rob Halford about it. And he's like, "Well, I just really like my motorcycle. There's nothing sexual about this." And it's like, come on, man. And he's like, no, really, really. It's like, what about that album cover? You got these like nails and you're jerking off a tornado. And he's like, that's my motorcycle handles. I'm just revving up a motorcycle. I'm just really like driving.
In horsepower, driving into fury.
That's the funny
gear. I pull you tighter to me.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's a very positive.
It's the stupidest song in heavy metal.
I didn't know much about Judas Priest before this. Like I listened to Painkiller album, and but one of the Judas Priest songs I loved playing was Heart of a Lion, which wasn't even on this. It was like an outtake, and they sold it to Racer X. And so like that was what I liked. Metal Jane, hey, he's got the Defenders of the Faith avatar.
Gnarly.
Yeah. So
so I think that Turbo is their most underrated album.
Bam.
There is a
it's not my favorite, but like
no, it's not my favorite either, but every time that I listen to it, I am always surprised at how good it is. Like, and then you've got Ram It Down.
Yeah, okay. So like this one, it's their most. Okay, back to let me get to Ram It Down. Album. Yeah, Ram It Down is a very gay name. It's hilarious.
This is one of the last albums I got into. I only got into this one a few years ago because I always heard how bad it was. I listened to it and I was like, no, it's fine. It's only got, however, we'll get to it, but that Johnny Be Good cover is one of the worst Judas Priest songs. It might be their worst song for me.
Captain Jack Farrell loves Blood Red Skies.
Blood Red Skies.
Johnny Be Good.
That's the song that they play.
You mentioned Johnny Be Good. It's like John 5 shirt. Yeah, I got to see John 5. They're fun. Yeah, so the Johnny Be Good song, I like the solo of it, but I was like, I also just don't like it because it's part of the Johnny Be Good song, or it's like, come on, this is weird. It's weird.
Well, it's a weird mix of them doing like the high octane digital metal sound. It doesn't sound. It's total filler, and it's already a 50-minute long album, which for Judas Priest is like 20 minutes too long.
Pretty long.
So it's like you just need to cut that one off because Ram It Down is awesome. Heavy Metal, great. Love Zone, great. I like Come and Get It. Hard as Iron is really cool.
Yeah.
Blood Red Skies, really cool. It falls off at the end, just like everything else in the world.
Yeah. I remember liking this one. I think the drum sounds, isn't it like Triggers or something? Like it just doesn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a drum machine.
Yeah, like David Holland, I think, is out for.
He's on the album. He's on the album in terms of
they had like I think they had like the falling out at that point, but like.
Yeah, but it like when this album rips, it fucking rips. Ram It Down is a great song.
It has that feel, and it's like, hey, that stuff we did in Defenders of the Faith, let's do that.
Thousands of cars and a million guitars screaming with power in the air.
It's like the drum machine stuff. It was like, hey, we actually want it to be really fast. Yeah, we want it really fast. We want some intense drums, and so it's not a perfect album. I couldn't say it's like the best, but
no, it's a very. But I listened to it quite a bit. It like a lot of their albums, it falls off towards the end.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that it's a good album.
All of like pretty much this whole thing, like this is the 11th album. You know, it's like they went from rock-a-rolla, very mid-tempo, nothing amazing, trying stuff with Sad Wings, Sin After Sin. They learn how to write songs. They, suddenly they kind of get the look, and they start, learning how to make listenable hooks that like grabs people, and they're putting it together, Screaming for Vengeance. It's like they kind of had a flash of brilliance, and then Defenders of the Faith, they got the sound, and they just are learning the entire time. It's like they're chasing certain trends, they are trying different things, and it's just not quite there. They are missing the mark on some parts, where it's like, consistently, it's like they're not making it to the distance, but it's like they're a contender, and it's like all of this builds up to a Painkiller, and it's like
even the albums that I love, like the albums that don't have nearly as much filler on them, like Sin After Sin, like Stained Class, Screaming for Vengeance. Still, they're not like that 10 out of 10, like Rainbow Rising. But Rainbow, like the difference is that Judas Priest has 9 or 10 really, really good, almost perfect albums.
Yeah.
And so that says a lot in that. That's why I forgive them so much. Because I don't care if the last 2 or 3 songs on the album suck, because I've gotten used to that by now.
Yeah. It
like Ram It Down is a great album. You put Ram It Down on when you're in the gym and you're lifting heavy, and then by the time that it gets to Hard as Iron, you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. And then you get so into working out and like your squat or your bench press that you're kind of getting gay with it, and then Blood Red Skies comes on, and you're like, all right, boys, let's hit the showers.
Clinch, yeah.
Let's go hit the showers.
I need the rope on the soap. Yeah, don't drop the rope on the soap. Yeah, it's.
So I don't know. The last couple of like "Love You to Death," "Johnny Be Good," "Monsters of Rock," not great songs, but the first half.
I think I liked Defenders of the Faith more than this one, but like this has this is like getting. It's like
it has a similar vibe.
It's like they're really like, okay, yeah, we really need the drums to be. We need to get a guy. Yeah, we need masterful drums, and I don't know. It's like there just are little life lessons they're just kind of like learning throughout the whole thing, and putting it all together. Just a quick refresher. So we are deep diving Judas Priest. We're talking about all of the albums. This will be saved. It'll be put on YouTube if you want to check out kind of our thoughts on this. Me and Jason, we love metal. We love progressive rock. This is sort of like a book report type thing, book club type thing, where we listen basically together, like over the course of like a month or a few weeks or something, and we just want to like figure out what is the best stuff in the world, and just for our own inspiration, and just to kind of, I don't know, it's just good to learn the history of kind of what came before and what works, what doesn't, for our own personal taste. It's purely our own self-indulgent needs to consume metal. That's what it is. That's what this whole thing is. We're just two guys talking. This is your standard radio show of just two guys talking about things. It's the most dangerous thing in the world. So,
is it time to talk about Painkiller?
Let's talk about Painkiller. I was trying to set up this whole thing of like they have learned.
Okay, you can talk about whatever you want because Painkiller is the stupidest album in metal history, which is why it's the best one. Yeah,
it is so awesome. It is so awesome. I love this. I love this album.
You're getting no girls with this album.
No, but it is.
This album scares the hose.
This is. It's so intense. It's so intense.
Oh, yeah.
It's so. Oh my gosh! Like.
No, this is the perfect record. This is
the plus tier album. Yes, there is. This is like no other band. Like. Almost like no other band.
There are few albums in heavy metal history that really live up to this. There's a couple, and everybody's going to have like different opinions on what those are. Yeah. But in terms of a start to finish, all killer, no filler, like maybe. I mean, I'm not even going to name what other ones that I think are just as good are. But this to me is like, it's so rare to have a band culminate in a magnum opus. Almost always you have like a Metallica situation where everything comes together, you make a great album, and then you spend 40 years chasing it.
Yeah, they learned everything. It's like, look at this album cover.
This is the stupidest, most 5-year-old thing I've ever seen. This is what a 5-year-old thinks is cool, and they're right.
They're right. They're
absolutely right.
Dude, it's like, those guys that like John Cena and like they like Black Sabbath and they like French fries. Like dude, your special ed guys, they're right. They're like the best.
Yeah, they're
like,
absolutely right. They're absolutely right. They're like French fries, boobs, and Stone Cold.
It's perfect. Right. It's like that guy that's just like, he's got the 2 beers and he's like, woo! And he's like, oh no, you broke the beers in the pool. We got to clean that up. He's like, oh. Yeah. And it's like, that is the greatest thing. And like, all of us need to embrace that and just enjoy it. But the thing is, everybody knows Painkiller. Everybody knows Painkiller is great.
Well, but they didn't. Like, I remember it was the internet really that did it, because sure, it was popular when it came out amongst all their fans and whatever, but it wasn't seen as like this super well-known metal classic until like fucking Guitar Hero and Rock Band came out and normies kind of rediscovered it. Yeah, because there's no hits on here in terms of like a normie radio. Yeah, in terms of a normal radio audience, there isn't a single song on here that's playing on the radio. This is Judas Priest looking basically backward and going, wait a minute.
Oh, the
What
hell
if
with
we
everybody.
what if we out death metal the death metal guys, out extreme metal the extreme metal guys? Like, what if instead of trying to make pop metal that's on the radio that nobody is listening to because this grunge shit is going on, well, you know what is going on? Death metal is going on. Early black metal is going on. Speed metal is still going strong. And so they just committed for the very first time, like as heavy as Defenders of the Faith and Ram It Down are, this is the first time that they went and like, no, we're making an extreme metal album for metalheads.
Yeah,
it's total fan service.
I needed to go through historically for this to appreciate this more, because it's like, look,
it's the culmination.
I'm already an Yngwie fan. I'm already, Steve Vai. Like, I already began with that knowledge. Like, I'm already on that. But like Glenn Tipton and KK doing, just doing like a simple minor arpeggio, like 5-string, 6-string, whatever it is. I needed to see that get to that point, and like, just, it's like, man, they're so locked in. They're doing harmonies all the time. It sounds. I
have no idea how they're playing any of the, like, their sweeps don't sound like anybody else. I have no idea how they're playing the shit they play.
They just, but to me, it's like, it's not pedestrian stuff. This is really good playing. This is really solid stuff. But it's like Judas Priest is kind of late to stuff, yet they're just really solid and good. And they're playing golf. They're not really. Don't compare them to the other. Like, they're playing their own game. They're individually getting better. Except for drummers, they bring in some drummers and stuff. And
the drummer on this, Scott Travis, was their drummer up until the hell. He's still now
Norfolk, Virginia native. He's Racer X. Like, so I have a little bit of like Virginian pride with Scott Travis. It's like, hey, Norfolk, like that's really close to me. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, well then that's why like they give him the intro to Painkiller, which is the most iconic drum intro in heavy metal, probably. So, we can talk about the individual songs.
Yeah, the house band in School of Rock that I was teaching at, they played Painkiller, like they nailed it. Like, and it's amazing that like some kids like get. Like, they're that, like, they can be that good, and like they can just nail this kind of stuff, and like just the Halford screens, the drums, and like the guitars and stuff. I really like Hell Patrol a lot.
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite songs.
So cool. So it's so simple and.
Fox News, like, just, we're killing Iraqis in Desert Storm. Isn't it great?
It's just so cool.
Leather Rebel is great. Between the Hammer and the Anvil is awesome.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler is wonderful. I got nothing bad to say. This is the best
album. This is the Rainbow Rising of Judas Priest.
This is their only 10 out of 10.
Yeah. With all due respect.
Sure. Because they've got 3 or 4 9 out of 10s. But it's almost weird to not just go more in depth about it, but it's like it's so self-evident that you don't really need to go into specifics. You either know or you're a bitch.
Yeah, this is.
If you don't like Painkiller, then you are a bitch. That's the way it goes.
This is your. Yeah, the Painkiller comments are coming up. It's like, how can you say that about Judas Priest album Painkiller? Because they love Painkiller. Yeah, my dad is alcohol. Painkiller. Not lying. 2 guys talking about metal music. Love it. Painkiller is one of the best albums ever made.
Yeah. Everybody knows. Everybody knows now. but people didn't know back in like 2006. It was like forgotten. It wasn't really until the internet came back that there was a resurgence.
This is the Bible of metal. Like this is the gospel. It is the,
and you can thank YouTube basically.
Yeah. I mean,
like reaction videos. Like everybody knows about Painkiller because of like black dudes on YouTube doing reaction videos to metal videos. Remember that scene like a couple years ago?
It's so funny. Like, yeah, because like, you know, there's a few guys who like they make music and it's like I see some people like react to like Metallica and stuff, and people are like, "Hey, dude, that's like the first day of school, man." And it's like, you know, people have to they have to find stuff. They have to discover things.
Sure.
And it's cool to see somebody discover something that you like. I mean, and I had to like gain some appreciation for this, because it's like I've heard it and it's like, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I've heard a lot of cool songs, but it's like, yeah, but the progression of this, you know, been a long time Priest fan. Painkiller is one of the best. Yes.
And also they're old men.
I think you're right.
They are like okay. So this came in 1990. This came out in 1990.
Yeah.
This is better than like by this point. Like Metallica need to hire a therapist. Like Dave Mustaine is doing AA. He's still upset that he's not in Metallica. Like all these younger guys are just like acting like little babies.
Marty Friedman was homeless, looking to, staying in girls' apartments, auditioning for Ozzy and Madonna, and failing to get and then like he gets Megadeth, and then like they're like, "Hey, Marty, you have to go to AA with us as a band." 8 in the morning, okay?
My God, I didn't know that.
Like you have to come with us, and he's like, do I have a job? Well, you can't say anything for a year and a half, okay? Stuff is bad. Like stuff like this almost didn't get made, you know? It's like this stuff hasn't been made, you know. Found out about Painkiller through Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead is life eternal. I mean, it is that.
Well, Life Eternal is a song by Mayhem off of De Mysteriis Dom Satanis.
Okay,
but we can talk about Mayhem later. I don't think anybody here cares about black metal.
No, some of us
maybe.
Yeah, I know a little bit of the Mayhem story.
Oh, I love Mayhem. But anyway, so Painkiller, and then
Dead's already
Death
dead.
did a cool cover.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Death did a cover. Okay.
And that's a good cover. Bathtub Shitter did a cover.
Bathtub Shitter.
What?
Oh, you don't like Bathtub Shitter?
But you guys don't know. I thought you guys liked heavy metal. You guys don't know Bathtub Shitter? Classic.
Yeah, it is all of the tropes. You need to have hell, you need to have death, you need to have cool names for songs that
you need
could be
to
anything.
Scare away. It's completely
scare away women. You need to have a buzzsaw motorcycle with a dragon head in this silver angel that's like reminiscent of those like pinball machines with the pointy sideboard.
It's just the Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell album cover.
Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell, yeah, exactly.
I swear to God, if you look at them, put them side to side, it looks like they're gonna just crash into each other.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick, and it works. It works.
Oh, I love 10 out of 10. I think it is, if not the best heavy metal album of all time, it is certainly the most heavy metal album of all time.
Yeah.
All right, so do we talk about
Jugulator? Let's talk about Jugulator.
I don't want to get too deep into the Tim Ripper Owens shit. In terms of the origin, we know that he got hired. We know he got taken out of like a bar band. He can sing the highs. He's cool. Nothing against him.
I love Tim Ripper Owens. So this took like 5 years, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's some stuff with like side projects and stuff. I didn't listen to Halford's solo stuff.
He kind of basically he put on shorts and started like
Yeah.
playing Pantera groove metal. It's all right. It's
Okay.
90s. You like Crowbar? It's kind of like that.
Crowbar, yeah.
So I
They have
don't love
big bellies, right? Crowbar.
Yeah, it's Beavis and Butthead. This music is fat.
This music is fat. My dad equals beer. Ride the lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jugulator.
I think
so
you got the Tim.
crap. Let me see if I can get you. Okay, I got your camera back on. Are we back? Hold on. Let me refresh this chat here. Are we back? Type something, everyone. Type something, will ya? Alright, Captain Jack Farrell's here. Man, what the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna have to like patch everything together, but that's fine.
Alright.
That's fine. It's just one simple thing. I'm gonna have to download the VOD anyway, but it's just downloading 2 VODs and then sticking them together and Okay. Jugulator. Okay, we were talking about Jugulator. You probably don't want to talk about Jugulator.
It's not very good.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, but like in comparison to what all of the other great 90s metal that's so much better. Like it's to me, like I the ingredients are there and it just doesn't have the songs.
They're down-tuned. I guess my thoughts of it compared to the 2 Tim Ripper Owens albums, and I'm just really looking at it just with the evolution of Judas Priest, where it's like, okay, some time has passed. They're down-tuning a bit. I think some of the riffs are all right. You know, it has a cheesiness to it with like, it kind of has these like horror movie-esque things where it's like, hey, these are kind of bits. But Tim Ripper sounds fine. But it just, it kind of just lacks like it lacks the timelessness. It lacks like just the, but it's like, it's fine. Like if you're trying to like save Judas Priest, it's like, it's generally all right. All right, here's some words. All right, thank you, Mitch. Great album? No.
No, I mean, and compared to other speed metal, like it's got the ingredients there. I'm not hating on Ripper. It's not his fault. It's just that it doesn't have any direction and just saying, "Oh, be heavy." Like they already did that with Priest. I mean, with Painkiller, it's not heavier than Painkiller.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's just
to me, it's a different band. It doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like Judas Priest. To me, Judas Priest is Halford, and no disrespect to Ripper Owens. I think that his best stuff is with Iced Earth, which I'm not even a big Iced Earth fan. It's like I always see him as a singer in search of a better band, and he still has never found that better band.
Really, I like his stuff with Yngwie the most. Like, I think, you know, but it's like, but I guess him in a band. You know, what is his
he doesn't have he doesn't have an opus.
Yeah.
The closest one probably is that Iced Earth album, but even then, a lot of people don't like that because January 6th. But yeah, so there's a bunch of people who think that Jugulator is a underrated classic, and I don't hear it. Especially just compared to all of the other speed metal, and like the 90s like had tons of great death metal, but it's not even as good as like in terms of mainstream metal. Like I'd rather be listening to the Pantera shit around the same era.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's better than fucking Metallica's Load, but you know, it's not. There were not a lot of legacy bands that in the 90s were doing great shit. Most of the great 90s bands were death metal and black metal.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're trying some different tunings. We're trying these little spoken word bits. I just didn't like any of those. It's just it's very cheesy. It's tacky.
Too many intros.
Too many intro things. It's long. It doesn't really have like a singable solo, I would say, where it's like, I think like the playing is fine. Like the rhythm section is fine. It's just, it's better than the next Ripper album for sure, which like took a while too. Like in the 2000, what was that one? I can't even remember it. I can't remember the name. Demolition.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, this album, it's so. I mean, I told you got to listen to Cyberface.
If you want to listen, if you just want to listen to like this industrial type of metal, just listen to White Zombie.
Yeah,
White Zombie's better.
Yeah. Yeah,
with all this stuff, if they would have
they're late. They're always late, and because they took too long, like they took so many years to like make this stuff, like it wouldn't hurt as bad if like the other, they made like
if the material sounded like Ram It Down, then with Ripper Owens over it, they'd be having a great time.
Yeah, it's too like the guitar's tone is not great. It's like I appreciate that they're trying stuff, but like some of these songs are too long. Tim Ripper Owens is not doing these ballads that are like really that interesting to me. There's all like I guess like what Priest is like would pretty much, and it's like no surprise, like Priest is Halford writing about his gay crushes, and there's awesome music behind it. And that's what Priest is. Ripper Owens didn't really get that. It's like, he's a different guy. He's a different guy.
Yeah,
like it's a different
band. Guy, but it's not about anything. It's just, there's
like the old Priest is not even really like, I don't know. It's like, not even really like religious element to it. I mean, I guess some songs, but it's like
no, but it's you're getting into the character of Halford and like his progression, and without him, it's like it just is. There's no soul in it, and I'm trying to not hate on it, but at the same time, I've given it plenty of tries, and it's the same thing with the Iron Maiden Blaze Bayley albums.
Yeah.
It
ain't it.
If it had it, people would there'd be more people.
Yeah,
calling for it.
And it's like because I like listening to like some Sabbath where it's like, hey, the Ian Gillan album, Born Again. It's like, no, not really. That album's not. I don't see that as like, oh, that one's underrated. I don't. There's like a couple of songs, but it's like. No, there's just better Sabbath albums. Like it's been done better before. The Glenn Hughes one. It's like, oh man, you're missing out on the Glenn Hughes Sabbath. It's like, nah, not really. Machine Man. It's so long. I just find Cyberface really funny. Cyberface, do. It's so dumb. It's such a dumb song. Like, just for. Like I think Devil Digger is all right, but like, nah, everything is. I don't care about this. Like, there might have been like a drum fill that I kind of liked, but nah. Judas Priest is dying. Just don't love it. They are dying here. It's like if they died. Yeah, they probably died. They died a couple deaths within here, when Halford left, and then even just within Ripper, he's kind of just. I mean, he sort of just gets hired for stuff. Like I don't know. He's sort of the. He owns a bar and he's. Happens to be a great singer, and he's in a lot of bands, and he's booked a lot of stuff, and there's plenty of guitar players like that where it's like they're killer guitar players. Joel Hoekstra, he's like Night Ranger, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and Whitesnake. But it's like I don't really know much of his solo stuff. He's an amazing player, but like he probably could do a whole lot of stuff. But it's like he's sort of like the A tier hired gun guy to like fill in the shoes. He sounds Halford, you know.
He rocks. He just doesn't have any songs of his own to rock on.
He's the ultimate fan. He is the fan. He is living the. He is living
he's,
the.
He's Mark Wahlberg.
He is living the VIP. Yeah, he's Marky Mark. He's living the VIP package of the eternity. You know, it's like, all right, he gets to sing Painkiller probably. That's cool.
Yeah, but now skipping that and going like, because remember, it's like, oh my God, he was out for so long. Sure, yeah, like 13 years or so, but it's like, that was like, what, 2012, 13 by now? Like, I can remember that. Yeah. And so now, not that long of a period, and then Halford's back, and it's time to do, it's time to do the never-ending reunion tour that I kind of think is still going on.
Yeah. Angel
of Retribution. Because this is definitely the last era that.
Okay.
And now I got into Angel of Retribution when I was like 14, 15. So I got into it early, so I have fonder memories, and it was a good tour. Like the set list that they played was great, and I don't think the Angel of Retribution is a great album, but it is better than I think that people give it credit for. And the songs that are really good are really good.
Judas Rising is good.
Yeah. Judas Rising is great. It's like, because what it sounds like is an older Judas Priest album, but with Scott Travis on drums, giving it just a little bit more muscle.
I think Demonizer was cool.
I really like Hellrider is a personal favorite. And you can't go out without saying that one of the absolute best songs in the album is Loch Ness.
The terror of the deep.
People have been hating on that song for close to 20 years now, and they're right. And I'm so happy. I like that song, though.
It is the longest, stupidest song. Is this song gay?
I don't know. Like for the Loch Ness Monster?
Giant mystery penis and Scottish Lake, right. You know? Like,
yeah, it's
the terror of the deep. No, it's man, what a big, dumb, stupid song! But it's probably
better than Johnny Be Good.
Yeah. It's just so funny. It's such a funny song. And sometimes I like songs because it's like everybody hates this song, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for it. And it's like the Final Fantasy remake where people are like, oh, I hate the ghost that like changed the game fate or whatever. And I'm like, I just started laughing when I saw that because I was like, it's so funny. It's so funny. I don't care. Like Loch Ness, this is such a funny song.
The other thing about this album is that it was sort of one of the first the reunion albums. Like this was still like pre-YouTube. So it pre-social media, so we didn't yet get the giant onslaught of like reunion tours and bands coming back together to play their classic 80s albums. So it's like this was one of the first reunion albums, and I think it's still one of the more successful ones, solely for the fact that it has songs worth listening to. Like that's kind of as simple as that.
It has a few songs. I didn't love this album or anything. It's like, it's sort of like they're kind of
now they're actually old.
They're old now, and
and this was 20 years ago.
Well, and they have some songs that just kind of sound like they're trying to write like a song, and it kind of has like a boomer feel to it, where it's like.
Yeah, Revolution a little bit can be like that. But when it's really good, like Judas Rising or Hellrider, it just is that good.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you still got it. Not quite. It's like the old Lion can still feel like a young Lion every now and then. The thing that happened in this album, which some people said Loch Ness was foreshadowing for Nostradamus. And
that's true.
So it's like Screaming for Vengeance. It's like Electric Eye, Hellion. That's like foreshadowing for, okay, Defenders of the Faith, side A. That should be foreshadowing for Painkiller, the entire thing. And it's like,
well,
but somehow they got the wrong idea. We got to make this musical. We got to do something different.
Iron Maiden did the exact same fucking thing where they decided that every song needs to have a
Saucy
4
Jack.
minute long, has to have a 4.
You're a mean one.
Jazz
Saucy
Odyssey.
Jack. And I think about Derek Small's comment about Saucy Jack. It's because Derek Smalls actually is the theater guy. Like in real life, he's actually the theater guy compared to like David St. Helens, Nigel Tufnell, and like he actually doesn't like the whole stuff. It's like so stupid, and he even says that in the credits. And like he's the one that's like, yeah, this rock and roll stuff is really stupid. And I'm like, fuck you, Derek Smalls. And I would never say that to a Spinal Tap guy, but it's like, it's kind of true. I don't know. It's like, they wanted to make Saucy Jack, and Nostradamus,
I think they finally did. I think Saucy Jack was released on their 2025 album. The End Can. That's. Oh well, the last Spinal Tap album that came out last year was called The End Continues.
The End Continues, yeah.
So Nostradamus sucks, and everybody knows it, and it doesn't even suck for the reasons that like a naysayer would say. Oh, well, you don't like concept. I'm the Dream Theater guy. I love him. The problem with the album is that it starts off really strong with 2 really good songs.
Yeah, I like Prophecy
it just doesn't go anywhere. That's the problem. It doesn't build up to anything. It starts out really strong and then it
interludes.
Plots. And Dream Theater's The Astonishing. Like Dream Theater's my favorite band, and The Astonishing is a piece of shit. And like there are countless other great double albums. So it's like everybody.
I don't know if Mitchell's down there, but like, we listened to it was like a 23-minute Dream Theater song, and Mitchell was just dying to just be like, man, that song sucked. He was just dying to like, I forget which one.
Seasons?
It might have been something like that. I don't know. It was a very long song. It might have been that Octavarium. Yeah, might have been that. And he was like, man, this is not. I don't care.
Yeah, and I love Octavarium, but I'm also gay. So, sorry.
So, Rob Halford is Nostradamus. He could,
and that song Prophecy fucking rules.
There's cool ideas.
Nostradamus.
There's like weird synth stuff. It's like they got some weird like bass. Like I have the Yamaha DX7 Reface. It's just a little synth keyboard, and there is a patch on there called Wobbly Bass. And I remember I was listening to one of these Nothing songs. It might have been Pestilence and Plague, and I was like, you know what? There is this weird wobbly bass synth in there. It's like well, and it's like it is not matching any of the tempo, and it's like, well, maybe some sort of, polyrhythm thing. And I'm like, it's buried in there, and I'm like, I hate this sound. It's and it's not loud. It's not loud in there. The song. I hate to admit it, I don't think I ever listened to this album. I don't think you're missing much, but I'm just telling you, there is a song in there. It might have been Pestilence and Plague.
They genuinely tried, and they failed, and you know what? That's okay.
This is not
like there's no hate in here because it's not.
They've loved and lost. They've been massively successful. They've
I would have loved. I would have loved for this to be great.
Yeah.
I would have loved for this to be great, but the problem is that if you're going to do this musical theater prog thing, you have to, like, just like any story, you have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, like a rising action and like a climax. And the album does not work on a level of like tension and building and storytelling, so it just turns into mush. And that's why it starts off super fucking strong and you go like, hey, I think I might actually like this. And then by the sixth or seventh song, you're going, wait, is this a song or an interlude? What? And
Yeah.
then you realize that nothing in the album has been as good as that initial intro. So
Yeah.
they nailed like the intro. The curtain opens and they
Yeah.
go, I am Nostradamus. And you're like,
Woo!
holy shit, Nostradamus, what Nostradamus, oh my God, you're here. What do you have to tell me?
Whoa.
And he goes, oh, all I have to tell you is that I am Nostradamus. And they go, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
what
What's
are
your
you going to predict?
prophecy?
I will continue to be Nostradamus until I am no longer. Like it doesn't go anywhere. And
Why
as a guy
didn't
who,
Nostradamus like nosedive into anus? Like, I don't know. There's some kind of like Halfordism. There's some kind of Nostradamus. Nostradamus. Yeah, like there's some Halfordism in there that could have happened, and it just.
Like, you want to know what this album is great for?
Why did you listen to Ripper? And it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting. He's talking about Machine Messiah and this kind of thing. And it's like, no, you just didn't do it. And yeah, you just didn't. You didn't commit. Like, you didn't. Well, because it's like if you start to have people start thinking about stuff like when you're, you know, listening to the music, or it's just like in the background, or they're starting to fall asleep, like you start getting weird ideas. But it's like, I want you to tell me what the prophecy is. I want you to make me suddenly realize the world is going to end with riffs. With riffs. Great. And there are some
concept.
Beautiful sounds in there, but it's like it's not good, you know.
Well, no, they need a really, really good producer who would strip back. Because if they had made this like a one-piece album and really focused it down, it would have been okay. But the best way to listen to anything from this album is the Epitaph live album. They play Prophecy, and he comes out and he's got the hood on and he's got like a Judas Priest scepter. It's like, I am Nostradamus, and it fits perfectly. Yeah, you play the one good song and then you move on with your life. So unfortunately, Nostradamus is not going to be this hidden gem prog classic that is underappreciated. It's not.
Maybe there's 20 minutes in this 100-minute thing.
Yeah, the first two heavy metal songs are really good.
Yeah,
that's about it. I can't remember anything else.
Can't remember. They probably could have done the Steve Vai thing where it's like Real Illusions was one of his albums, and he's like, well, it's a trilogy. And then Story of Light came out years later, which is like part 2. He's never done part 3. He's just re-releasing Leftovers and doing Satch Vai, and I don't know. It just fucking sucks.
Or Bill and Ted Fried Chicken.
Bill and Ted Fried Chicken Foot, you know, Chicken Feet.
Yeah.
Chicken Feet Steve. But it's like, it just, they could have been like a one act or like the first part of a trilogy type of thing, or like something where it's like not 100 minutes, but anybody maybe earned this, it's kind of like, well, you guys are old and you already sold a lot, so.
Now, moving on, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the next 3 albums, which are the last 3 albums, realistically, you can sort of all describe in the same way, even if there's varying levels of quality, is that you can describe Redeemer of Souls, Firepower, and Invincible Shield as they start off really, really strong, and then they're just too long.
Yeah, they're too long. The other thing is it's Judas Priest kind of on life support.
You know, Richie Faulkner is there now. KK is out.
KK's out. Richie Faulkner is an amazing guitar player who also might be on life support due to his aortic heart
Is that?
vein.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Is that new?
He had some problems. It's like how is the youngest guy in the band having the most health problems? But like Glenn Tipton, and this is a sad thing. So just call me a new Judas Priest fan, where it's like I'm discovering I'm time traveling 50 years. I'm like learning about this band, and it's like I'm sad that Glenn Tipton is old, has like Parkinson. It's like his hands just don't work, and the music videos are him just like playing one chord, and it's more like he probably is playing on Redeemer of Souls, but like he's this is the beginning of like it's like, okay,
I think that Redeemer of Souls is the weakest probably of these. People say it's because of the production. I've never been able to hear it.
It's like, this is where I started thinking of the Tekken combo thing, or Killer Instinct, where it's like, okay, when does the combo break? And it's like the first 4 songs are pretty good, and then it's like maybe there's a song in there.
Right, it just turns all into filler. I think out of all these 3, the one that is the most strong is the one that everybody thinks is the strongest, which is Firepower. Because Firepower and Lightning Strikes, good songs, but it's too long. If it was 30 minutes long, I'd think it was great, but it's not. Let me see how long Firepower is actually.
The guy with the shirt that says John 5 on it, he looks like the dude that my father cheated on my mom with.
Nice. Me too.
Sorry to be random. Okay. Merciful
Firepower.
Fate. Okay. Merciful Fate is better than Judas Priest. Okay.
You're not right or wrong. Judas Merciful Fate's 2 albums, 2 essential albums, Melissa and Don't Break the Oath, are 2 of the strongest albums in heavy metal. And I would contend with Judas Priest. The problem is that Judas Priest has like 12 albums that I think are at least really good. But if you told me that you liked Merciful Fate more than Judas Priest, I'd say actually I might even too, up to a point. I definitely like Merciful Fate more than I like Metallica. Judas Priest, though, has a Painkiller. That's the problem. Like if you include the King Diamond stuff in with Merciful Fate, then you've got an argument. But the Merciful Fate stuff after King Diamond came back, like the beginning and like all of the late era Merciful Fate stuff, is pretty skippable in my opinion. They're a 2-album band, and this is a 15-album band. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Redeemer of Souls that much because I don't think it's really that interesting.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I think it had like 4 pretty fun songs. It's like it's like, okay, you got a new guy, Richie Faulkner.
That is Sword of Damocles. Good. Was this one already being produced by Andy Sneap? No.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, okay, so yeah, that's Firepower, I think.
Firepower is
Mike Exeter.
Oh, Tom Allen.
Wait, no. The best thing about Redeemer, Dick Beatham.
Yeah. Okay, so Andy Sneap did do some of the production, engineering, mixing on Firepower, and then he joined, I believe, for Invincible Shield. And I feel sort of bad with just like flopping all these together, but it's just like they kind of all suffer from the same identity crisis. Like, okay, let's see how long is.
No, it's on life support. I'm looking at this like this is life. Glenn Tipton.
Yeah, but not but not life support like like these albums. Like Firepower is better than. Yeah, Rob sounds great.
I mean, this is
better than Metallica. This is better than the last Iron Maiden stuff. It's better than the last Megadeth stuff.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing. I'm gonna go through like some of these run times. Okay, Sin After Sin, 40 minutes. Stained Class, 43 minutes.
43 minutes.
Hell Bent for Leather,
like
38 minutes. you're hearing kind of it, and then you get to even like a painkiller. Okay, 46 minutes. Now let's get to Redeemer of Souls. 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to Firepower. 58 minutes. Let's get to
Right.
Invincible Shield. 52. Like the problem is that
Long.
they can still good. And hey, I love a long album by somebody who can handle that sort of material. The problem is that Judas Priest, like, here's 11 songs on Invincible Shield, and if they had done the 8 best songs, I would remember them, but I can't remember this shit because it starts out good and then it kind of just goes like, yeah, you've kind of heard the best.
Richie Faulkner is really good at guitar, but it's like it's hard to appreciate him, like, because I hear it and it's like I don't hear Glenn Tipton, I hear Richie Faulkner carrying the band, and
Sure.
I don't know, just for some reason,
Sneap's production.
For some reason, it's like I'm not like I just it's a different.
It's
band.
turned almost into yeah. I agree. It's kind of turned into the Rob Halford show, and you know what?
And Rob sounds great.
Rob sounds amazing. So that's like what's doing it. And then you still got Ian Hill and Scott Travis. So the albums sound good. It's just as albums, they're just not there. So if I was going to do anything, it's like I genuinely, and a lot of Judas Priest fans are not going to agree with me, I think that Angel of Retribution is by far the best post-reunion album as a start-to-finish piece of work. I think that from Nostradamus all the way to Invincible Shield, you could make a nice little playlist, and you could probably get like 40 minutes of good songs. I'm not saying that there's no bad. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that there's no good material in these albums. And there is, just they don't have a producer in there smoking a cigar saying, "All right, guys, you got to cut a couple of these." That's the biggest problem. They're fat.
Yeah, these are fat albums.
Hey, Iron Maiden has done the same exact thing. Iron Maiden, the last couple albums are like a fucking hour long, and I was like, who has the time for that? You're not Dream Theater. You're not Pink Floyd. I'm not. If they here's the thing. If they were going to be a good band at playing long material, then Nostradamus would have done it.
Yeah.
Because
they're better short. They had their time. I think it's
and here's why British Steel should be better remembered than it is, because all that it does is just focus down.
I seen Rob Halford a long time ago in his band Halford. The band was meh, but Judas Priest still shredded.
Yeah,
favorite,
sure.
Dick Dugster. I like old Priest a lot. Not heard some of the more recent stuff. My favorite is Sad Wings of Destiny. Oh, we got some Sad Wings fans.
Okay. See,
Dante,
we do have an old. We did find an old guy.
We got the old guy. Yeah. What are we talking about tonight?
We're finishing up.
Dante, can you read? Can you read Deep Dive Episode 2, Judas Priest? Do you see?
So now we do the tier list, right?
Wait, we got to talk about Invincible Shield. They got 50 years. You know?
Yeah, well, but Invincible Shield sounds like the parts on Firepower that aren't as good as Firepower.
I kind of, like, I phoned it in listening to it. Like, I was like, this sounds great. You know, they're doing, like, the AI visualizers. But it's like, it's Richie Faulkner playing, you know, he's really good. Glenn, he can't play. Do we talk about KK's Priest?
I gave it a listen, and you go like, okay, it's fine.
It's fine. I mean, he's kind of similar thing. He has a little bit more energy to him, and he's like, yeah, I'm KK. You know,
if you want to, there's a lot of these like offshoot bands where members sort of make their own version of the band. Like Jeff Tate has his Queensryche.
Yeah.
Or there's Entombed, and then there's Entombed AD. The best one by far is Venom Inc. because two of the guys in Venom, and then their second singer. They did the whole Ripper Owens thing, and they went back. And the problem, the thing though, is that they're live bands. Like KK's Priest, I would totally go and see that all day long. I'd see Ripper sing through Painkiller, but I don't give a shit about their new songs. I listen to the albums and it's okay, but I don't got time in this world for okay.
Yeah. Like the KK's Priest, it was what was the song? It was like on this KK's Priest. It was
yeah, I'm looking it up too.
I'm trying to, because there was the Ripper song that I thought was like really cool. Hellfire Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it would be as AI just wrote you a heavy metal song.
It might be, yeah, like
yeah. And you know what? That's fine. Hell breaks loose. We're in the noose.
Oh, I like these. Oh, I like these AI generated Judas Priest songs. Yeah. I don't know how to sound. This is KK Slider, and this is how I talk.
KK Slider. I think we've got our eras down though. You've got your first beginner Priest.
Do we try a tier list?
Yeah, or at least like before you've got your eras. So the first era is Rockarola, Sad Wings of Destiny, and then Sin After Sin. Your second era is sort of maybe I don't even know if you could really call it maybe the era up until Screaming for Vengeance. Them trying to they're locking in, they're trying to get some radio play. And that's your Stained Class, Hellbent for Leather, British Steel, Point of Entry. And then you got Screaming for Vengeance all the way through Painkiller. You got your Ripper era. And then you got your never-ending 20-year-long reunion tour era.
Right.
So I don't know how you want to do this tier list.
This should be like an agreed upon list, I guess, or
Sure. I mean, I don't have a list in front of me. I can just give you what my opinions are. Okay,
yeah. I got the tier list covering it. Hang on, let me scoot you up. All
right, what is it, like S, A, B, C, D?
Yeah, we just got S. I'm trying to make it right now. Let me see here. I'd like a rush tier. Can I move stuff? Okay, so let me just move everything down. We're just gonna move everything down. I know it says D. Painkiller is not a D. We're not doing this. Yeah, only Sad Wings up top. I'm sorry. Okay, Rockarola. So
it's their worst album.
It's their worst album, I think.
Wait, is it worse than Nostradamus?
Nostradamus makes me hurt, but Rockarola doesn't make me hurt. But Nostradamus is I would rather listen
to Rockarola as an album without paying attention to it. But Nostradamus has two really good songs on it, so. Either way, though, Rockarola has to go up down in the bottom tier.
It is bottom tier, I think. I mean, it's their baseline. It is 50 years ago, and it's kind of hey, you guys sucked 50 years ago. It's well, it took us 50 years to, hire Richie Faulkner. But to kind of preserve the band. But it's amazing achievement. No other, very few bands maintain band members quite like that. They changed drummers a lot, but it's okay.
Ian Hill is the only guy who's been on every album.
Yeah.
And think about that being Ian Hill just sitting in the background just playing bass with a pick.
Yeah. No iconic bass line. It's just following the guitar.
Not a single one. But just 52 years of just Judas Priest.
Just
okay,
chill.
so Sad Wings of Destiny. With all due respect, I don't see how you can make it. Well, first of all,
I got it like a B. I think because it tried something, but it missed. Flew too close to sun.
Is S tier?
This is just like, clear painkiller.
Well, is S so S tier is just painkiller?
Pretty much.
Okay, that's fair. I have to call Sad Wings of Destiny. I have to give it like a C. I think it's a good album, and I respect, and I actually even appreciate how much the metal community like really underdogs for it. But as a heavy metal album, like compared to the stuff that was coming out, or just like, it's not a Motorhead album. It's not a Deep Purple album. It's not Rainbows Rising. It is. If you gave me my favorite 70s rock albums, it wouldn't be in the top 100. It's good. It's good, but if you are like, they're not like these heavy metal masters yet. It's hard rock, and like this is coming around the same time as what Van Halen came out a year later.
Let's put it this way. It's like there are songs to recommend from it. It's like Victims of Change, pretty simple riff. You could learn from it. There's something.
No, it is fine, and it is a piece of Judas Priest history, and I respect it, and I will continue to listen to it because I enjoy it. But on its own, it does not stand up. It is held It is held by the legacy.
It is the story of Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. Had good ideas, didn't quite execute it properly. You shouldn't fly to the sun with beeswax. You can fly much closer to the sun now that we have better materials.
If Judas Priest if they never made another album, I guarantee you that nobody would remember this album.
Nobody remember that.
Or at least not in the way that they remember it now. It would be just another sort of 70s YouTube hidden gem. And I love YouTube hidden gem albums, so I'm not hating on it. In terms of quality, it is against stacked material.
Yeah, it is. There are harder hitting. It's
better albums.
We're not ranking. We're not ranking potential. We're not ranking potential. It is. And
for all those people that hear something different and are like, "No, Sad Wings is like the best fucking album ever." I respect that opinion.
Dig Dugster loves this album.
I respect that. I don't hear it.
What is it? He said, "Yeah, I'm old. I'm almost 59. Been a metalhead since before metal was cool." So he's 59. Yeah, okay, he's twice our age. Yeah,
I mean, I understand that
a third more than our age.
I love proto metal, but this album came. Okay, yeah, old, but this album came out in 1976. I was born in 1988, so it's like telling me that I couldn't understand something that was made in 2014.
Yeah. I want it played at my funeral. Wow. Okay. All right.
Hey, and you know what? Like I said, not hating. It's got good songs.
You know
Victim of Changes, The Ripper, Tyrant. It's a good album.
There are definitely. I love the performance, like the old gray whistle test. I thought that was seeing vocal coaches kind of react to it. It's like, wow, his technique is just flawless.
But if you compare it to other late 70s bands, like compared to Motorhead, compared to Queen.
I mean, even just Queen. Like just early Queen.
Van Halen, Rainbow, Blue Oyster Cult. I think that Judas Priest sounds like a bunch of young kids who are trying to do something good, and I appreciate that underdog status. But I think that Sin Out, and here's where the respect goes, because I think that Sin After Sin is like,
this is an A. Yeah, it's an A. Yeah, for sure.
Now it might be a low
A. Yeah, maybe low A. Lowest of the A. Good ideas. They learned how to make a song. They make some epic things. It stretches the mind. I think there's some cool stuff for like any kind of musician player. Like if you want some riffs, you got some riffs. If you want some singing, you got some singing. If you got some drumming, there is some drumming in there.
It feels short. It's very well paced.
Yeah.
They don't put the ballad like near the end of the album. They put it like, hey, you get 3 songs to get your ballad, and then let's close this thing out with the second half. It's a very easy to listen to. Like, I fell in love with this record. I fell in love with this record on the treadmill. I just put it on and I got on the treadmill, and next thing that I know, it started over and Sitter was playing again, and I was like, I'm going to listen to this again. Yeah. And so that's the thing. This, out of all of the Judas Priest albums that I love, this is like the last one that I fell in love with, because I kind of just skipped over it because nobody was recommending it. Yeah. And then when I finally listened to it, I was surprised at just how good it was. And over the last 4 or 5 years, it's a great album. But, and I know that you're going to say Stained Class, you're probably going to say a B. I think a high A. I think it's one of their best.
Think a high
albums. A? I think from start to finish.
I could be convinced it's a, because like the more it's something I would probably come back to, because it's like that's sort of the thing, because like you mentioned Exciter, and there's like some things in there where it's like, I would come back and listen to this. I would. There's definitely,
it does not have a bad song on it.
And that might be what makes me rank it higher, is because it's like, does it pull me to go back and listen to it? Back then, we had couple comments. Back then, we had AM radio, and it was all over that. In fact, Victim of Change is what inspired me to learn how to play guitar. That's awesome.
Oh, good. That's okay.
I want my gravestone to be a bench where goth teens can listen to Judas Priest, cuddle, or homeless people can read the metal unscripted memo on the bench and take gnarly snooze.
Okay, so that's interesting, because we don't have the AM radio phenomenon of that anymore, where we're just playing random songs. Now, I'm not saying that's not a single, but it's like Victim of Changes ain't being played now.
No, it is,
and it should.
That would be one of those songs where it's like, listen to this, check this one out. This is a cool riff, Like,
and that's why
if you're like a pentatonic guitar player, like you're starting to like putting together some hammer-ons and stuff. Hell yeah, get some of that. Stained Class. So Stained Class, it's like,
to me, the way that dude feels about Sad Wings of Destiny, that's the way I feel about Stained Class. Like, it spoke to me as a 16-year-old. In like, what 16-year-old in 2006 is listening to Stained Class? It's like that everybody's listening to Painkiller. That's what got young people into Judas Priest. And then going backwards is when we were like, oh, these songs are really good. Okay. So Stained Class is a personal favorite.
Let's start getting some stuff. So Killing Machine, I'll just kind of throw on like B. It's like kind of solid.
I think it's a C or a D tier.
C or D.
As a full start to finish album, I think it's got 3 excellent songs, and
better
then
than
I can't
Sad
remember
Wings.
the rest.
Better than Sad Wings, I think.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so.
Sad Wings is just like, since it's earlier, it just kind of like, and I know it's like potential, not really ranking potential, but it's like Sad Wings, it gives me like, there is just that youthful kind of thing of just like, they were young. Wasn't that cool? But
I think that I will say that with Killing Machine, I think that the things that it does the best were perfected on British Steel.
British Steel, I'll give it a B.
I think British Steel is a very high B. I think, but Killing Machine, put it where you want it. But whenever I listen to Killing Machine or Hellbent for Leather, whichever one you want to call it, I am listening to the first 3 songs. And let me see, the first 4 songs. Delivering the Goods, great. Rock Forever is good. Evening Star, really good. Hellbent for Leather, really good. The rest of it, it's fine. Actually, Running Wild's very good. Which actually, if there's anybody in the chat who is a real metalhead. The band Running Wild is a fucking sick pirate power metal band that got their name from that song.
So maybe of the three, it's kind of like Stained Class, British Steel second, and then Killing Machine maybe.
Oh, Killing Machine is easily the weakest album to me.
Yeah.
Me outside of Rock and Rolla here.
All right. Point of Entry is D. It is. I mean, I would even put it lower. I don't know. I'm not gonna put it. I can't put it on C.
I don't think that Point of Entry is any worse than Hellbent for Leather. I don't think it's great, but I think that Heading Out to the Highway and Desert Plains are great songs, and the rest of it is fine. You Say Yes is shit, but
yes.
I don't think it's that offensive though. That's the only song that that song.
That is the stinker.
You Say Yes. I think that Judas Priest only has like 3 or 4 really bad songs, and You Say Yes is one of them. If you put it on D, I wouldn't. I won't be upset anywhere that you put Point of Entry, because I'm just going to add the 2 or 3 songs that I like to my playlist.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like it's got one song. I guess on that token, it's like C tier is, does it have 1 or 2 songs? Basically.
Yeah, and to me, same with Hellbent for Leather. So that's why you could put it where you want it. But to me, it's in that same area.
Yeah.
Screaming. Whereas with Sad Wings of Destiny. At least with Sad Wings of Destiny, I want to listen to it as a start to finish experience.
And that's where I would put Sad Wings at least a B. Like it has more than 2 songs.
Okay, I'll agree then. I'll totally make that capitulation.
I mean, somewhere in the British Steel, it's like these 2. I think British Steel. It's like for punk, it's like, hey, you got it. I think they knocked it out of the park with Breaking the Law. There's not too much, like they got some hooks. There's no frills to it. So it's like, it's a B. You're getting a bacon cheeseburger out of this. You're not getting,
I think you said something that I agree with, so I will capitulate and say that Sad Wings of Destiny, the whole is greater than the parts. I think that as a start to finish album, I will listen to the whole album without skipping anything, even the parts that I don't like that much. But with Hellbent for Leather and with Point of Entry,
skipping, just no question.
I'm skipping the parts that I don't like, but I am going to listen to those 2 or 3 songs that I really like.
Yeah,
way more often than I'm going to listen to Sad Wings of Destiny as a full album.
Yeah.
But this is an album tier list, not a CDR.
Sure. And and it's like,
but British Steel, I think, is very underrated. I think it deserves to be high B.
Well, and it's like Sad Wings. It's like I'm going to be thinking about Sad Wings more than the song Hellbent for Leather.
Well,
and even if I were autistically fixated on Hellbent for Leather, I'm not. Like, it's just.
Well, and here's something also about British Steel. Am I going to be the stupid guy who sees Judas Priest live and is upset that they're playing 5 of the anthemic British Steel songs and they're only playing 1 or 2 Sin After Sin songs? Like, no, Sin After Sin is obviously more of an album type of album. British Steel is obviously anthem, like arena rock.
Yeah.
So I like British Steel a lot more than I used to.
And just kind of Judas Priest is gay. Gamer Guy 82. Yeah, we know.
Judas Priest is super gay.
Yeah, you just figured this out. You just joined the internet yesterday. Shut up.
They like
men. We know. Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker. I would agree that skipping a lot of songs on some of those, but Sad Wings is a total album. Like, don't worry too much.
We have to do a tier list of what is
our favorite, like Lizard was Jason's most listened to like album from King Crimson, and it's like his S tier.
Okay, so Lizard by King Crimson is far better than Sad Wings of Destiny.
It is.
But okay, so after this tier list, we'll have to finish off with what is like the gay.
Oh, the gay tier.
The gay tier list.
Yeah. Okay, just for you, Gamer Guy. Right. Just for you, Gamer
so,
guy 82. Gady 2. Okay, we got the
point
two
of entry
just for you. Okay,
Screaming
just for
for
you.
Vengeance is an A.
Yes.
Screaming for Vengeance is an A. Absolutely. There's
Strong.
nothing to say about it. Strong A. Strong. Almost to the point.
Like, let's place it right there. Because I'm not.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it's an A, but
if we talk about it more, we're gonna get tired of it. That's the problem with Screaming for Vengeance. People are tired of it.
I want to tell people about Stained Class. I want to tell people about Sin After Sin. People already know about Screaming for Vengeance.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's great. Although I will say, Take These Chains is not one of Judas Priest's worst songs, but I think that it does derail this album. Wait, no, not Take These Chains. I'm sorry. Pain and Pleasure. And you're giving me I think that song derails this album. And if they took that song off and it was just 9 songs and it went from Take These Chains into Screaming for Vengeance, I would listen to it in one sitting far more often. But as it is, I kind of, I put the album on while I'm going to work. I get to Pain and Pleasure and then I turn it off. And then on the way home, I start with Screaming for Vengeance. So it's like,
yeah.
It is not Screaming for Vengeance is not a perfect album. It is, though, a highly, highly recommended great album. And I will also say it's probably, I think that this would be fair to say for some of the older metalheads, I believe that it is sort of the end of the new wave of British heavy metal, because after this is thrash, Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer. So it's like, this is which is why Defenders of the Faith is so cool that they stepped it up in such a big way, because if they didn't step it up and just kind of did another kind of lo-fi metal album, I don't think that they would have survived.
Yeah.
I think that would have been their painkiller. But Defenders of the Faith is weird because the first half of the album is S and the second half of the album to me is C.
I wouldn't call the end that bad for me.
It's not bad. It's just in comparison to how good the first half is.
Yes, that is true. And it's kind of just like, but because the first half is so good, I guess it's like, it is the highest A, but I just added a tier. I added SS Painkiller. I'm just going to call it an S. I don't know. I don't think you can. I think that in terms of an album, Sin After Sin from start to finish is a better album, even though the material on Defenders of the Faith on the first half is better. I think that Stained Class is a better album from start to finish. However, once again, the first half of Defenders is better. It is among the great albums that they have.
It totally is, and that's why this is such a hard tier list.
Yeah,
because it sounds like it sounds like I'm throwing shade, and I'm not trying to. It's like that second half.
I guess if you're being because it's like I'm kind of like thinking too. It's like there are some weak songs on it, and like I would skip those songs probably on a re-listen.
If the second half was as good as the first half, this would be one of the absolute best heavy metal albums of all time. And as it stands, it is one of the great heavy metal albums of all time. Does that make sense?
Wait, say that again.
It's like this is not one of the greatest heavy metal albums of all time, but it is one of the great heavy metal albums.
This is where, I mean, like I said before, it's like they become a contender. It's like, oh, it's on your radar now. And it's like, oh, this is, hey, you know
they're
what?
Better.
You know
the
what?
only one of those bands that was heavier was Slayer. They are heavier than they are heavier than Megadeth. They are heavier than Metallica, Testament. All the thrash bands, like the Sentinel, slays those.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you can put it in A. I would say that's fair.
I think it's a A. This is where it's like, oh wow, like you could have weak songs, but then be like, whoa, this is the best band ever. This is gonna like create.
I forgive a lot.
This will convert people. Like this is like you will become a fanatic through this. you know.
Okay, so I do agree. I think that it is so strong in the first half that even though the second half is not bad, it's actually quite good, but it's mid. Um, that first half is so good that I'm going to be listening to it for the rest of my life.
Stink Class is
Now,
okay. Beyond the Realms of Death is about it for me. Eat Me Alive, heads are
oh,
gonna
nice,
roll.
Spider.
Some heads are gonna roll is always banging, super rich. I just like that it's a stupid song. I like that Judas Priest writes stupid, fun, awesome songs like that.
The chorus is just the name title.
We're just gonna kind of do like there's not much to kind of like get metalheads kind of like all right, that's pretty cool, you know.
All right, Turbo. I want to know what you think.
Man, so I think it's not like it's a positive sounding album. It's backloaded for me. Turbo Lover, I think it's growing on me. It is not my favorite. It's got some cool music videos. Like I love the aesthetic of it. It's goofy sounds. I put it in a B. It's like not the best.
I think that's fair. My personal preference. I think that from start to finish, it's probably a better album than Defenders of the Faith. But the first 4 songs on Defenders of the Faith absolutely smoke it.
Yeah.
So I think that a B tier is fine because I will admit that like Private Property, Parental Guidance, Rock You Around the World, I like it more than I like most Judas Priest filler. But I think that this album is nowhere near as bad as people say it is.
By the way, so for those in the chat, we are this is our tier list. Now, you might have your own. I really would like comments of how wrong we are, how wrong Jason is, especially. Not me, because I have feelings. I might quit streaming. No, but it's
not wrong.
It's
I'm absolutely right in this list.
Infallible. But Turbo Lover, it's like because I love this perspective. It's like Dig Duckster, he loves Sad Wings. He would put Turbo C at best. You know, there's like one song, not even A. What? Not even A?
Well, okay, well.
We're kind of negotiating.
I will give you,
which Jason might have a trouble with. I know. He's like, look, I'm gonna put it A. Like Jason's list might be A, but like me, I might put it C. But it's like
here's the thing about Turbo.
I think it tried something.
Here's the thing about Turbo that people misunderstand. They think that it's so different from the other albums, and it's not. Their songwriting is the filler songs in particular. Like, you can't tell me that Private Property, Parental Guidance, Rock You All Around the World are any different than the filler tracks that are on Killing Machine. They're no different from some of the stuff from the second half of Defenders of the Faith. What I'm talking about when I'm talking about an album is not just these individual songs. It is the listening experience from beginning to end and how that sort of 3-course meal actually feels. So Defenders of the Faith is like what happens when you eat the absolute best cheeseburger of your life and then the waiter farts in your face. It's still the best cheeseburger in your life, but you go like, you could have saved the fart. Turbo is not the best cheeseburger in my life, but nobody farts in my face.
It's a late bloomer for me. Defenders of the Faith is Mike Tyson. The first 6 rounds, he is the most dangerous man in the world.
And let's be clear, I'm not comparing Turbo. Like, I just compared the Defenders of the Faith material to like Megadeth and Metallica and that stuff. I'm not comparing Turbo to those metal bands. I'm comparing it to the pop metal bands of the time. I would rather listen to Turbo than Def Leppard or Poison or Rat or Motley Crue any fucking day. So to me, it's not that different. And in terms of the actual songs that are really good, Turbo Lover's great, Locked In is great, Out in the Cold's great, Reckless could have been on Defenders of the Faith, and it would have been better than half the material.
I like seeing the comments. Hell nah. Turbo Lover's good example of what happened to heavy metal in the 80s. It was the beginning of the end. But it's like, I guess like even after the end, they didn't die. They made Painkiller, which is like
So
this is the resurrection story of just like.
So this is Zoomer bullshit. Zoomer millennial bullshit, whatever, like backtracking their own headcanon as to what heavy metal was. Heavy metal was just a way for dudes to make money. These were still rock stars that the metal elitism sort of thing of like black metal didn't start until the late 80s. Most of these dudes were trying to be rock stars and were trying to not have to get a regular job. So it's like, the death of like true metal. No, that's like a fucking Norwegian black metal thing where dudes are shooting themselves in the head for true metal.
Yeah.
This stuff, like if you even listen to Venom, because if you listen to Venom, which is the first black metal band, they're like, we did this so we could make money. It turns out that if you shoot each other, you go to jail and you don't make any money. So, and now granted, I love that true heavy metal, death of heavy. I love that shit.
Judas Priest is before my time.
Judas Priest is a commercial band. They always were, and that's why Painkiller is such a gift. Because right at their culmination, they made an extreme metal album when they didn't have to. They could have just made a fucking grunge album like everybody else did. Well, so for them to make one sort of 80s sounding album, it's like, what, you guys don't like Journey? It sounds like it doesn't sound any worse than fucking Danger Zone.
I think
Kenny Loggins.
Well, and I guess there's like the romanticizing of kind of what these guys were doing, and like, because I mean, a lot of people are, it's like, oh, heavy metal. Well, it's like, well, that's sort of just, it's just a label. You could call it that, but like, we're just writing songs. We're just, we're making hard rock. I don't know what it's called. This is just the only thing we can do. That's like a Tony Iommi type of thing, where it's like, this is just what I do. It would just sound like me.
Defenders of the Faith, I was comparing to the thrash metal bands of the time, and it was really contending and smoking them. Turbo does not smoke the thrash bands, but it does smoke the 80s hair butt rock bands.
I like Stan Bush better than all of Turbo and like Vince DiCola, but like
Anthrax?
No.
Stan Bush?
Stan Bush, Transformers, The Touch, like Dare. Like, I like that better than all of Turbo, but like Vince DiCola, like Rocky IV soundtrack.
I like talking about.
Well, no, I'm just like, if I were to compare Turbo with an 80s sound of like stuff.
You're right. It's totally more like a Europe sort of thing.
Well, and like, but it's like, I guess like if it's like, I don't know, Final Countdown. It's like I look at Europe like a 70s band that kind of was in the 80s, and because they got like the organ, but it's like they have their own thing. But
so I completely agree with people that Turbo is a product of the 80s, and it sounds like it. But what, you don't like the 80s? Like,
you don't like the 80s? I love that.
Nobody would make an album that sounds like this now. And the fact that if this was their only album, like, oh, Judas Priest hasn't made an album in 5 years and they came out with this, yeah, sure, I'd be disappointed. But hey, it's been 7 months and they came out with another album. And it's different from the last one, and it's different from the... I don't think it's that bad. I think it's actually really good. And if you compare it to, like, if you're a fan of like Separate Ways by Journey.
Okay, yeah.
This is just an entire album of Separate Ways by Journey.
Yeah.
Like that's where this album really lies. It is an 80s butt rock album. And if people really don't like 80s butt rock, this is not going to convince you. But if you're the sort of person who's saying that like Def Leppard's great, Sammy Hagar Van Halen is great,
Van Hagar
Extreme
stuff
is great, the songwriting in this is far superior to that. And it's gay.
I like Extreme. I like Stop the World.
You know what? Turbo is an S tier.
Gary Sharon, Turbo's S tier, SS Painkiller tier. No, but just for some people that might not know Judas Priest, I mean, this may be like, hey, you want to get into an album? Like, there are like certainly eras. It's like Sin After Sin, Stained Class, Defenders of the Faith, all solid. Painkiller is like a have to listen to. You have to. And
Turbo, I found Turbo in a discount bin for $5, and I bought it, and I was like, "This is fucking great." So,
yeah,
what do you want for $5?
yeah, you could. You definitely could spend worse money.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
so
I think it's a great album.
What do we? Okay, so Turbo, Ram It Down is next.
Well, you put Turbo in B, didn't you?
I did. I think.
I think that Ram It Down is inferior to Turbo, but I do think it is very good. I would say probably B tier as well, low B tier.
Well, and it's like I would find myself coming back to listen to the Sentinel. Ram It Down has good stuff. I just put it in the B tier because I can't really remember it. I remember liking it. I remember not liking everything. I think it had that same problem of starting out good or kind of being a little bit mixed, and then
the first 6 songs are great.
Yeah.
Ram It Down, this is a wonderful, wonderful album if you want to go pump iron like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I could be convinced to go back to listen to Ram It Down. Like, if I were to just go, like, in just terms of metal and stuff, I would put Screaming down, and I would put Ram It Down up, and just kind of like, this is just...
You're right, because Screaming has the songs, but the problem is that Ram It Down has the production. And whenever you're doing something like lifting weights, you want that vibe and feel more than you're paying attention. So this is a wonderful album to work out to.
Like, would it be like just Screaming for Vengeance is the high B, better than British Steel?
I think Screaming for Vengeance has earned its A slot. It's just despite what my personal day-to-day opinions are, because I come back to it.
Yeah, it's like, for now, again, like I haven't memorized these songs. It's kind of like it's like an initial feel. Jason,
if you ask me, I've listened to Turbo start to finish way more times than Screaming for Vengeance, start to finish, just because it's that easy to listen to. But I'm not going to deny that Screaming for Vengeance has its place at the top because it just is that good. Yeah. It's so good that I don't have to have personal feelings about it. I don't have a personal connection to it as an album. My personal connection with it is from the songs taken and putting in like Guitar Hero or put in Vice City.
So it's kind of like more weighing just like heavy metal influence. Like Screaming for Vengeance just is, you know, I mean, it's just,
right. They got the recipe right. Who am I to say that they don't know how to make a Big Mac? It's like the Big Mac's the Big Mac. You gonna change it now?
They got they got a Happy Meal in there. They even gave you a cool toy. It's, you know, you got a Ninja Turtle.
Ram It Down is like the 3rd or 4th of their albums where it starts off super strong and then it dies off on the second half, and it makes it sound like it's a weaker album, and it's not even that it's that weak. And if people in the chat say that they like Ram It Down more than they like Turbo, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because it sounds much more in line with Defenders of the Faith. The material is weaker than Defenders of the Faith, but it's sort of here's what you need to do. If you took the first half of Defenders of the Faith from Free Will Burnin' all the way down to the Sentinel, and then you put on the first 6 songs of Ram It Down, you would have the second best Judas Priest album.
Yeah, it would be Painkiller tier, you know.
But they didn't. So so I think low B, I only just because I listen to it all the time. I really like it, but that just is what it is.
Not as like memorable in the sense of just.
And remember, these are as albums. These aren't as like pick your top 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah. Okay. So Painkiller, obviously, double S. Painkiller.
There's nothing to talk about. It
is the perfect. Like, this is the best. If you don't know anything about Judas Priest, go listen to Painkiller. The only albums that I can think of that are
more metal that are like better. And I know the guy brought up Merciful Fate earlier, and I respect that recommendation. But Painkiller is better than Melissa and Don't Break the Oath. However, those two combined, pretty darn great. As a singular album, the only heavy metal albums that I can know of that just on their own are just these monoliths of no frills. There's only 2 or 3. There's Cryptopsy's None So Vile, which is a death metal album, so people who don't like death metal aren't going to like it. Maybe Ride the Lightning. I'm not even the biggest Metallica fan anymore, but I can't deny that album is almost perfect. But in terms of just what metal represents, scaring hoes, not capitulating, no ballads, like just balls to the wall. Like if you're going to call A Touch of Evil your ballad, all right.
Okay. Yeah. That's
yeah,
like,
sure.
It barely even slows down. And it's just
right.
Okay.
Right. So to me, Judas Painkiller represents the just unabashed gaiety of what heavy metal should be. It's completely unapologetic. It's not even trying to be cool. It is all the things that you thought were cool when you were 5. You were right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah. All the lessons learned, and it's like, hey, it's over, but actually this is the best thing, and your kids will like it.
Yeah, but also it's the fact that it starts out with that drum solo. It is so antagonistically heavy that it bombards. There's no like quiet little intro where it like builds. No, it is a middle finger, but the middle finger is actually an erect penis, and it's just it is just the ram it down fist up your ass.
Right.
It is.
Yeah,
it's the sort of thing where you go,
it is the prolapsed asshole spewing out of the screaming for vengeance.
So it is unapologetically metal.
It is the Tarkus tank riding over your dick. It is the ram it down fist plunging in your ass, plunging a British steel blade out of your ass.
It's a bunch of dudes walking into a gay bar and seeing 2 dudes fuck each other in the ass and going, huh, hey, that's gay. And you're like, yes, that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That is exactly what that is. It is the most unapologetically metal album of all time, and it deserves its place. Oh, the other album I said Cryptopsy's None So Vile. Slayer's Rain and Blood. Rain and Blood is pretty darn close. But that's another discussion. Okay.
Jugulator.
I don't care about Jugulator and Demolition. I'd put in D. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's Demolition is a D. It's a D. Jugulator. It just. Yeah, I really don't have much for that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
as an album,
it's like.
Everything you said was, hey, it has a moment here or there.
It's moments, and I can't even remember it much. But it's like the stuff I remember is the stuff I thought was kind of cringe about it, and I'm just like,
yeah, it should be great. It's got the ingredients, but I don't care because it doesn't pull it off.
And you know what? And I when I first listened to Jugulator, I was like, I like this, right?
Because it has the ingredients.
Yeah,
it has the sound. So it's like I recommend. There's a band called Stryker with an album called Eyes in the Night, way better. Butchers, 666, Goats Carry My Chariot. There are a million bands who are taking the speed metal flag and waving it that are far better than what Judas Priest was doing in the 90s.
Yeah. And then, okay, so Demolition happened. Angel of Retribution. I put this in like, well, it does have Loch Ness.
I mean, which, so how could you not put it in S?
Loch S.
I think that if you put it...
Loch S, the painkiller is
Where did we put where did we put Point of Entry and Hell Bent for Leather?
It's C. It's like it's got a few songs. It's long, I don't think it's reaching for greatness. I think it has a few songs.
I think it's safe. I think it's safe. I think a high C, because there's nothing bad on it. But like you were saying,
Well,
that even the best moments.
It sounds old, but I don't really like the old sounding stuff as much, because it's like these sound like older men kind of getting
Old.
They're like, it's like, well, I got a garage band going. It's like, I got to, hey,
well, that's why,
hey, you want to, I'll give you a nice, I'll give you a bottle of Coke. It's a Mexican Coke. My fridge is broken just enough that it like gets a little ice chips on the top of the Coke. And it's like, that is pretty cool. And it's like, yeah, but there's a weird smell coming out of it. And it's like, yeah, okay, we have to practice in here. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll agree with you. I think Hell Rider is one of their best songs. It's just but yeah, C is fine.
I only really like Loch Ness from that one.
Loch Ness is a great song.
I just like Loch Ness.
So Nostradamus is a very easy, like whatever, like
this
F tier.
This is oh man, the N tier.
Yeah, I think we can get these ones really. I think Nostradamus is their worst album.
I don't even. They don't even have Invincible Shield. They don't have. Well, there is Redeemer. It's just like
Redeemer Souls D, Firepower C, Invincible Shield. Somewhere. What's in the middle? What's in between C and D?
It's CD's nuts.
CD's nuts. I think that's kind of it. So
that was pretty easy.
So what do we got from top to bottom?
Well, it's like, hang on, let me move this. Well, Painkiller's the best. A tier is Sin After Sin, Stained Class, Screaming for Vengeance, Defenders of the Faith. These are strong recommendations. They really hit for greatness, and I think that made them a much better band for making these albums. The metal world is blessed for having the A tier. Our B tier is British Steel, Turbo, Sad Wings, Ram It Down. I think they had a vision, and I think they achieved it on some of this, and there's a sound that is but there is a imbalanceness, or there is a staleness to just something is missing in some of these, where it's like British Steel, no solos, it's not progressive, but they got the songwriting, it's got a punk attitude, it's easy, you can recommend that to a beginner metalhead to learn on guitar, stuff like that. Sad Wings, it's got Victim of Changes, it's got some songs. But I just don't think the songs are there. There's not the beginning, middle, and end to some of these songs. It's not gay enough. It's like Queen did it better in some ways, but there is a nostalgia there that maybe there's something potential in there that just the unsayable. Turbo, it's got backloaded stuff, it's got a cool sound, maybe it's too departed from the sounder, but it's like
it's not
I don't think so. I like it.
Compared to what compared to Point of Entry?
Point of Entry is just so phoned in, though. I would put it.
So that's what I mean. But it sounds like Judas Priest.
Sounds like Judas Priest, but it's tired. It's like 12 tired. Right. I mean, it's like 8 tired songs.
Turbo is the gayest Judas Priest album, and it deserves respect for that.
Amazing music videos, though. Ram It Down, strong start. Really, upgraded drums.
It's a thick, veiny penis of an album.
It just, I don't know. I need to give it another listen, maybe. But I know it's better. I know it's better than some of these other things. I know it's better than Point of Entry. I know it's better than Firepower. I know it's better than Angel of Retribution. Hellbent for I know it's better than that.
Well, just because it has a couple better songs. That's all you need.
It's something that would stretch my brain if I wanted to learn some of this stuff. It's like, that's also the other element too. It's like, is this going to make me a better musician? Angel of Retribution, Hellbent, Point of Entry, Firepower. It's like these are all C for different reasons. One or two songs. Loch Ness, it can't carry the whole album. Like Point of Entry, it's like Desert Plains, Solar, whatever. You know, it just not there. Firepower, it's like Richie Faulkner is great at guitar, but like it's kind of
it's too long.
It's too long. Too long.
Make 7 songs. Make it 38 minutes long, and I would think it is a perfect album.
Yeah, maybe.
But
it's like a lot of these could be like perfect albums. Like they could be. They could be.
But they have so much filler, and sure, Judas Priest had filler before, but not 58 minutes of it.
Invincible Shield is Invincible Shield because they got 50 years. They made it. They made it across the finish line. Should like salute them for like
they finally got to AI.
You finally got the AI, you know? It's really funny. It's funny.
We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do next. It feels like the last album.
It's probably
it feels like a last album. Okay, so anyway, I got to get going soon. So how do we wrap this up?
I mean, that is Judas Priest. It's 50 years. They did it. I love this band. I think I have stuff I like. I'm gonna have to like go back and listen to some of this stuff. It's giving me a good baseline of just like this is a strong, consistent band that really nailed it in everybody's ass. You know, they really
super gay band.
Super gay band. Maybe not the gayest band. It's man gay.
Striper's pretty gay.
They're influential. They are kind of late. They chase trends when they stopped chasing the trend and just made an awesome 5-year-old imagination album. That's the best thing ever.
Yeah, they accidentally made the best metal album of all time on purpose. They accidentally on purpose made the best metal album ever.
Accidentally on purpose. I love it. That's Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. I think that's it.
All right. We're out of here.
All right. Peace, brother.